welcome everybody. Welcome to Horizon's Call. I'm Derek Sordy, who's he, him pronouns. I am your GM and your GC, your game master, and your guiding compass as we navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. This is Horizon's Call. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign using the D&D 5e and whatever it is now, 5.5 or who knows. D&D rules, the modern ones, updated as they will be. As we navigate, these treacherous seas of an oceanic world known as Damaris. I want to have these lovely people introduce themselves, say more about themselves, especially since we are joined once again by our very lovely guest, Liz. But before all of that, I do want to say that this is a Sword and Key game, and you can find all of Sword and Key stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Find all of our links in one neat, nice place. You can see our socials up at the top. That's BlueSky and Instagram. You can also see links to join our Discord if you want to hang out with a great community like ours and talk about games like this, or your pets, or tons of other stuff. If you are looking for some discount codes, we have those too from some lovely affiliates like Eldritch Foundry. They make custom minis. No matter how weird and wild or normal and mild your TTRPG character might be, you can make a miniature of them. When you do, use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase, or if you're doing 3D printing, use our affiliate link for a 3-month subscription for only $19.99. If you are shopping with Hit Point Press, and you should be, they have tons of stuff. Honestly, the Floral Dragon series is really, really fun. Part of me wants to build like an entire thing just around the Floral Dragons because there's a whole variety of them. The Big Bad series is really great. They actually have music they produced to go along with the Big Bad. So if you run Big Bad stories, they have music like boss fight music for them. Humblewood, same thing. Not only are there the books for Humblewood, there's graphic novels and plush and everything else, miniatures. There's also music. Some music you might actually hear in Sword and Key games because I love Hit Point Press's stuff. We have an affiliate link if you're going to be getting anything from them. We're also affiliates with Long Dog Dice. Jenn, the wonderful person with Long Dog Dice there, makes incredible, beautiful dice sets. You really can't go wrong. I personally recommend the official Horizons Call dice, which you can pre-order at any time. I also really love Kaila has the D6 there with Sword and Key logo on it, which is optional but recommended. There's also clothing, which Kaila, are you rocking one of the long sleeves today as well? Yep. Okay. Kaila, thank you, Kaila, for being my
walking advertisement for Long
You
Dog
are
Dice.
no, yeah, you've fully sold out to Long Dog Dice. You can get custom long sleeve clothing with your D&D characters info on it. There's also glassware, which you can get customized with your D&D characters info. There's D20 fidgets. Jenn has some of the glassware there. Liz has one of the fidgets. I love that we're all repping Long Dog Dice. So check out Long Dog Dice when you do use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. If you go to beacons.ai/Sword and Key for any of these, we have the link posted, which will automatically generate the discount for most of these websites. If you were getting the best cup of tea that you're ever going to have in your life, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. That might sound hyperbolic, but I'm being genuine when I say that Friday is an expert craftsperson when it comes to tea blends. I personally recommend the official Sword and Tea, which Eva and I helped create. But again, you can't go wrong. So find a tea that fits your preferences. And I'm going to borrow a friend's code for this one. Use code TheLadyDame for 10% off your order there. This game also, Horizon's Call, plays in support of Feeding America. You can donate to that important cause at any time. Again, the link's on Beacons. It's also in chats on socials as well. You can add incentives to our game as well. So if you want to add some crits advantages, or if you want to complicate things with a black spot, all of this and more is available depending on what you are willing and able to donate. I think that's it for all of that. I'll save everything else for the end. Let's go ahead and go around. If you want to say your name and your character. Liz, if you don't mind starting us out.
Sure. Hi, friends. I'm Liz, and today I will be playing Damira, Axe Singer, who has no secrets at all and is absolutely 100% above board. Nothing weird here. Yeah.
You're right. I didn't say that the intros had to be true. Okay. Next up is Eva. You're muted, bud.
Look, I hit the button. I don't know what else I can do. Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. My pronouns are she, her, as are Winnie's. Winnie is an alchemical artificer, and she is joined by her little homunculus servant, little Jeffrey.
Fantastic. Special thank you to Eva for doing the production work for this game. Many games here on Sword and Key wouldn't be able to do this part of it. Like, we'd sit at a table, maybe on a Zoom call, but sharing it with everybody here and kind of making it the production that it is, really, I mean, the credit goes all to Eva. So massive thank you to her for that. Next up is Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus. He, him pronouns also. He is the Himbo Triton, Oath of the Noble Triton Paladin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you know, two truths and a lie, but yeah, couldn't think of anything.
We could do another tooth or truth. We could do two tooths and a lie.
Did I freeze?
No, you're there, but we can see it.
Oh, weird.
I like that you asked that, but like you were sitting still, so still.
Yeah, not like anybody would notice.
One day we will gang up on you and prank you by just sitting incredibly still, just to see. Not today though. Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Check out his socials. Check out our Discord as well for a dedicated channel for Mikyl's artwork, including, I mean, shouting out the incredible Damira artwork, which we're very happy to feature this week. Yeah, I one of my favorite things, I mean, if you want to check out our socials, is seeing the original Damira artwork from the Scarlett prequel, and then now, like, it's a... I guess it's a glow up, but in the way that, like, the color out of space kind of glows, where it's like, oh, that's ominous, and that's another color that should be created by nature. Like, there's a lot going on, but it's pretty good. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila. I use she, they pronouns. I play your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who uses she, her pronouns. And it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, we're back to lying. And last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Kallista, also she, her, the Tiefling Tempest Cleric, and I was going to point out we already know we don't have to be truthful in the intros, because I very often say Kallista's doing fine, and we all know that has been mostly never true. So.
Fair. Unpleasant and fair. Wonderful. Well, this is Horizon's Call. We are going to do a little recap and then jump into things. So, Kaila, you have the recap this week. Whenever you're ready, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so the last time we started with just after combat of getting attacked by vines, and not the 7-minute video format ones. Weird, they all stopped once Kallista went down? Weird concept. There's nothing ominous there at all. We were able to chit-chat with some individuals. Didn't get too much out of them. No one seems super friendly for us. It's fine. We're strangers. We did have the unfortunately awkward reintroduction-ish to Damira. That's fine. Proximus is not a replacement. Marcus is. That continued to be awkward and awful until Damira finally left. We packed our shit. We got out. We GTFO'd because we needed to. We are heading to North Forest.
It doesn't have a name. It's just the Northern Woods.
I was like, does it have a name?
You have not been given a name. It's just the Northern Woods.
Winnie did try to make friends, as Winnie often does. Didn't get but so far, but at least she tried. We settled into a keep. Winnie and Damira got drunk. I want to say that there was some sap moments between Kallista and Proximus, but I feel like that's just a running session line at this point. So I feel like if I say that, it's going to be safe. Kallista decided to scry on Amara to see if she could figure out any hints as to where they are. Turns out they are underground. Weirdly, oddly, surrounded by something that looks very similar to what we might have been attacked by. Odd. Totally unrelated. And Kallista woke up to Wolfsbane, which has a significant tie back to Amara. You woke up and ready for the day. Ish. Some of us. Some of us not so ready for the day. Looking at you, Damira.
Very well done. Thank you so much, Kayla. Yes, outside of character knowledge, within player knowledge, Damira did get a vision from her, well, from something. Something that may be familiar to some other characters here. Something else without a name, speaking of the forest. And yeah, Kallista does remember that Wolfsbane, based on information, a memory that she had of Amara. Amara was informing Kallista about the language of flowers, the secret language that can kind of be spoken about flowers having different significance and importance, and how Wolfsbane is a flower that often represents warning and danger. And so for Kallista to wake up to Wolfsbane, where nothing else should be growing, this thing that found its way specifically to her to wake up to, felt particularly ominous. With that, let's go ahead and start out our day. So, the sun is breaking in the east, and you find yourselves in a keep about a day's ride. You have been provided horses, and you know that you are, about a day's ride away from the edge of the northern wood, where you know that you believe that Amara is lying in a sort of stasis, and Kallista was able to determine that Amara is within a cairn, a above-ground grave of stones, but was able to, using scry, kind of see through a break in the stones and see what Kallista believed to be Amara's body. And so, as you all awaken this morning, you can smell smoke still coming from the fire. There are several people moving about. We've described that a lot of the northern raiders that occupy the Hogamore Islands are humans, half-elves, there's dwarves, half-dwarves, bugbears, some ogres, even some trollkin, a lot of terrestrial folk, and a lot of folk that seem better suited for northern, even inclement weather, with their style of dress, their hairstyle. Everything about them is rugged and purposeful. It's utilitarian to a certain degree, although there is also a lot of decoration that goes into what they wear, the shields that they wear, the iconography they wear. And as Proximus has done a few times now, has determined that this symbology is it's tainted in a way, this symbol that you believe to be representative of the thing that Krakens fear. Similar to an Ouroboros, of a snake consuming its own tail. What you might even consider similar to what we might identify as the symbol of Jormungandr, the world serpent, but less serpentine as you look at it and you see that this thing, instead of jaws, has pincers and all of these tiny little appendages, these claws or something that kind of come off of it. At first glance, they might appear as spines or spikes, but I think having seen this symbol before, you all know better. So as the morning arrives and food is prepared for the camp, for the fort itself, is there anything you all would like to do?
I would like to find Kallista.
Like, she's probably still in her I think after she picked the flower, she has also made sure she picked the stem as close to the ground as she could, because she doesn't want anyone to be able to tell that anything came through the ground here.
Okay.
Good morning, Winnie.
Hi. Good morning. How's it going?
What's the question behind the question?
Okay, look. Is there anyone right by us?
Not necessarily.
Okay, look. You pray sometimes, right? I don't want to presume, but it seems sort of yeah.
Yes, Winnie, I do.
Have a healthy spiritual connection with something greater than ourselves.
Yes. to oversimplify. Yes, let's just go with yes for now.
Yeah. And you and Siren would probably have some really interesting and or boring conversations. Have you ever like asked a question and gotten a response that maybe you didn't like? Or like not even asked a question, but you were just like, yeah, spiritualism. And then you got like a bad surprise.
Yes, unfortunately. This isn't Curdle Mac, is it?
No.
We
Gosh.
gotta start. Okay, I just had
Well,
to.
No, probably not. That'd be weird. That'd be very coincidental.
I don't love how you're not sure, but continue.
Okay, so like yesterday, right? When I was like pouring one out for the fallen homies and not homies. You know, that's sort of like on account of Handseath, right? Like it's not Curdle Mac. But then I got like a little. No one else really seemed to hear it. Like, I feel like someone would have said something. But I just like heard like a dead guy's voice in my head, and it just said like run. And it seemed pretty insistent. Like it just said it the once, but it was like firm. It wasn't like a question mark. So it seems kind of connected to that, which is why I don't think it's Curdle Mac. Also, I haven't really seen any kobolds.
Well,
So I'm just wondering, like, how do you interpret that?
I mean, that feels
Pretty straightforward.
pretty straightforward. I think the most unfortunate part is I don't think there's anything about that response that surprises us.
We're kind of in like a danger zone.
Yeah. I think what you take from that is a confirmation that our fears and worries about being here are valid and very real. And that the silver lining I would take from it is that whatever is going on here does not bar the presence or influence of Handseath, if that was a message you were able to receive.
You know what? That's a good point. And also, like, I mean, it was really ominous, but also, like, he can't find me that annoying if he still sent a message, right? Sometimes I worry on account of not being a dwarf.
I would say the gods, but gods, powerful beings, insert whatever description you want here, always have the option of not answering.
True. I wouldn't answer everybody. That'd get really tiresome.
I agree. So, not great that he used that connection to pretty much confirm that this is a terrible place to be, but can still reach here, and that's something to take some kind of comfort in. That's how I would take it.
You know what? I feel better about that.
Good.
I mean, kind of not really, because also, like, this place still sucks. But,
yes.
But I get what you're saying at the heart of it. Oh,
It is awful, but I think we all knew that.
speaking, one more quick thing, like, while we're speaking about hearts and stuff, Weenie's gonna lower her voice even further. What would you do, like, what would you think if you saw somebody, like, with a spike in their heart? Like, not like a thorn, but like it was like in my recollection, it was like a railroad spike, but that can't be right. Kind of, yeah. So
Yeah.
like a big
I mean,
iron?
very much like a,
cool. Okay.
Yeah, like a very large nail railroad spike, I think is what I had in mind as I was describing it. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, blunt on the top as if it were hammered, sharp on the back end, going right through the heart.
Yeah. So like a really big, like, and I'll do the like size, like a really big nail, like not like a thorn spike or something.
I mean, they're probably not doing great at that point.
They seem to be walking around pretty okay.
We're talking about a real metal spike or something else?
I'm gonna look around. Since she's always looking at me, can we see Runa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna hand you my goggles. Wait, can you like see magical stuff? If you want to, like if you looked at like Rollin, could you see like asshole magic radiating off him, or like?
I wasn't familiar with that school of magic, but interesting. It's
real special to him.
Can, if I don't have that spell ready to go.
That's okay. Here, take my goggles.
Okay.
And not right now because she's staring at me. I can feel it.
Okay.
But like, be real cool about it.
I'm
and
gonna
like
very coolly and casually put on your goggles for the first time and just kind of look around. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And like maybe like shade your eye, because I told them it was for like on account of how sometimes it gets really bright out.
Okay.
And so don't stare. But yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna walk. I can manage that. Okay.
But good morning.
You too, Winnie.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk away super casual.
And I'll hang out like 10 minutes, like going through my like morning prayer things, kind of whatever, before I like kind of like get out from underneath shade, and I'll put on the goggles and just start and walk around a little bit. And at some point, try to very casually just start like activate the glasses, however you do that, and just start looking around and looking specifically at Runa. But then I guess also, once I know what that looks like, kind of looking at everybody here.
Sure. Okay, Winnie, I need a performance check for walking away casually.
Yeah, that's valid.
Kallista, let's do the same for as you put on what I always imagine are like steampunk-esque, if steampunk was also really wet and covered in seaweed, like goggles with all these different lenses on them, and you're just like, this is normal.
It's 12.
It's like wearing a VR headset. Yeah, okay. There's a couple of people like, yeah, okay, casual.
Yeah.
You said performance?
Sure.
I don't like the sure.
It doesn't matter. This is a joke roll. It doesn't matter.
I got an 18. So.
Great. Okay. Super casual.
I don't like that Kallista pulls the glasses off better than I do.
Yeah.
I know that's like not what it is, but like.
Especially because I have to figure out how to put them on around the horns. That's also, there's a lot happening here.
It feels like the fucking goggles they have in the first Jurassic Park, where the lawyer's like, are they heavy? Then they're expensive, which really shows you how old that movie is, because that's not like the metric for things now. Anyway, yes, walking around with the goggles. So you're essentially casting detect magic. You are looking at all of the different schools of magic as they would affect things. Winnie was kind of right. As you are using detect magic, there's different auras that are pronounced from things depending on how magical they are. You yourself, depending on your armor, your weapons, whether you are as a tiefling, a semi-magical being, all give off different sorts of auras. So even as you look down your hands, there's sort of like there's a glow to them. Your companions as well. You can see there are a few others that might have like some magical weapons or arms or armor on them as they're walking around. But as Winnie noted for Runa, as you get within the 30 feet of her, and even as you're looking around at others, Runa's not the only one that you can see this strange, it's giving off the school of necromancy, but it appears very much like a railroad spike that has been driven through the heart of Runa and several others here. And you've seen Runa, that like the size of this thing, you would be able to see it if it was a physical thing. If there was a physical spike actually going through her body, it could not be this size. You would be able to see that even with the armor and clothing that she's wearing. people that, like I said, she's not the only one. There's a couple others here that are also walking around like that. Not a lot of them, but even Runa herself and these others are giving off that school of necromancy, indicating that they are some form of undead.
Cool. Does Damira have that spike?
She does not.
Interesting. Okay. Is there anything else? Like, I'm a cleric. Is there anything else other than being like, hey, this has some kind of connection to them being undead, might be related to whatever brought them back from death to the state of undeath? Is there anything else about, especially being able to see that aura, that I would be able to gather from that? Or it's like, nope, this is what you got. It's fucked up. Enjoy that.
Roll an Arcana check. And then you did note that you kind of use them to look at Damira, so I do want to circle back to that. But let's do Arcana for looking at those with the spikes.
I'm gonna use a reroll because that was garbage. That's a nat 20, so 25 total.
Great. You do know that some people, like a lot of necromancy, is based on ritualistic magic. The concept of bringing somebody back, but not whole, not entirely, because even the resurrection and like the spells that do brings people's souls back, those are forms of necromancy to a certain degree. But you also know that people can be brought back and bound if certain items are introduced to that ritual. A spike being driven somewhere might mean that Runa is bound to something or a place or a service, that the spike is representative of Runa was brought back with intent, not just brought back with autonomy, but brought back in service.
Cool. Okay.
And then when you look at Damira, I don't think, well, you never knew Scarlett when she had her original markings, but I think you've seen, well, you did see in the Shadowfell Scarlett's new markings. Damira, as you look at her with detect magic, you can see markings that you otherwise wouldn't see, like with the normal naked eye. They are markings that are similar to what Scarlett has now, but the script of the writing is different. It's scratchier, it's more distorted, it's the writing that you saw on the ships as they approached you, as you were approaching the Hogmore Islands. It's the writing that you saw Amara scratching into the wall in the Shadowfell. The writing that nearly broke your mind. And now you've been inoculated against it, but Damira's walking around with a curse etched all across her body.
That seems fine. I think Kallista actually says this out loud, just to herself, like, that's okay. Okay. Cool. She is going to continue to kind of casually just kind of look around, and then we'll kind of head back to, like, her shaded spot and take the goggles off and kind of look at them a little bit and then tuck them away, and we'll give them back to Winnie later. But is trying to be as chill about this as she can.
Anything anyone else wanted to do before you get your horses and head out to journey north?
Does my horse already have a name that it's committed to?
Baloney.
Oh, I was going to call it Muffin. Baloney's great.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that baloney exists in Damaris, actually.
Made of horse.
It got worse. I
Sure did.
actually have a question about this, since we've used one of my sleeper agent words for not Liz. Liz isn't cursed. I hope not. Anyways, for Damira having something that Kallista would identify as a curse. With player knowledge, I'm going to assume this is like a beefy enough curse that something like remove curse is not going to be helpful, but this is going to be the logical process that Kallista starts working through on it.
Yeah, I think in a similar way that remove curse wasn't enough to break Anders free, because there was like an extra layer on top of it.
Cool.
If Kallista was looking at this, having almost experienced what this curse is like, I think Kallista would know that this would be like, okay, so imagine like breaking a curse is like lockpicking. This would be like opening a master vault with 17 layers of security on it.
Cool.
Like there's picking a master lock where you just shove a pick up there and just hit it with a hammer, and that's maybe an easy remove curse. This thing, it would take expert levels, and I think that's kind of when you see Scarlett and you have the general idea of the sacrifice that Scarlett had to make to become this kind of locksmith, to become this expert in breaking these curses. It cost her an arm, it cost her 2 packs, it cost her a lot to get to that point.
Cool. Then I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna sit for a while and probably then eventually try to, knowing that Scarlett had already kind of declared that they were staying away from camp, kind of away from as many people as possible, I will eventually make my way over to Scarlett then.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down and I'm going to, like, I think this is the most serious you've seen Kallista kind of, like, be, especially because she doesn't tend to approach you. If we're being real, like, that does not tend to happen. And she was just going to sit down and kind of lean over. I know I got some of the rundown on our way over here. I don't think it will surprise you if I tell you that Damira seems to have some similar tattoos.
No.
No, it's not surprising, or no, as in you just don't want that information?
I mean, I think I would honestly be more shocked if she didn't have them.
That was kind of the feeling I got, but
Unfortunately,
consider
there are a lot of signs pointing to yes.
Yes, well, consider this your confirmation. And thank you for making it so that way me seeing them didn't destroy me. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
yes, that
It's not very fun.
I can imagine it's not.
Marcus can tell you how fun it is not.
She clearly thinks about saying something else and then just decides she's not going to. Anyways, I don't know what we do with that information, especially since we're all, I believe, relatively safe from it. Not that she knows that, but it is
At this
definitely
point,
strong enough I can't do anything about it.
we are hoping serve whatever purpose we have here, find Damira, leave as quick as we can. And we hope that nobody else can see what you and Winnie can see with those goggles. Or else, whatever quote-unquote friends we are making will not be friends.
It's the leave part of your plan I have worries about.
You see, we haven't gotten there yet, so I haven't tried to dwell on that.
I can get us out, but I can't do anything about the ship. Now, if you think they'll let the ship leave while we're not on it,
Doubt it.
I also doubt it, but I have a feeling we're the high-value prize here. Something to consider.
Is there anyone else around us? It's just Kallista and I.
Yeah, I will let you know if there's anyone else around, but if you describe yourself as just talking one-on-one, I imagine you all can find a reserved enough place to do so.
Marcus isn't around?
You can be.
No.
Okay. No, he's gone off to get breakfast. Just, I'll be back. I really hope it's not bologna.
Poor horse.
I think here it'd have to be wild boar bologna, so...
Bologna.
gamey.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
So
Yes.
gamey. I gotta go. I'm so sorry. My mom is calling.
Mm.
Gamey bologna does sound pretty terrible. Anyways.
Unfortunately, the rest of you, guilty by association. Unfortunately, you are all part of my crew, if not friends. I have a feeling we are here because of me. Not you and the Amara thing. That is different. I feel like I put a target on us for this group of individuals, and if it comes down to it, go. Take everyone else and go.
Is that a request or an order, Captain?
You're not on my ship. I'm not your captain. This is me coming to you as a friend telling you to take everyone and go, if it comes down to that. That includes Marcus.
I will keep that in mind. Enjoy your breakfast. Hopefully it's not bologna. Nicholas is gonna get up and walk away, and she's gonna very quietly say to Anders, "Don't you fucking say anything."
Anything else before heading out for the day? Okay. You all have been provided with food, resupply should you need it. Your horses are made ready and wait for you outside the gates of this fort. You can see that there's a few of the raiders here that do kind of pull Damira aside and are just seem to be having a conversation about a few things. Some of you've identified that Runa is a Jarl, which are one of the higher ups. They seem to be like chieftains or leaders of groups of people, and judging by the style of clothing that she wears and the style of clothing that these others wear, Runa is part of this kind of like little huddle, and they all nod and seem to come to a sort of agreement, although the discussion seems a little heated for a moment. But they all separate before you all leave. And again, the horses provided to you. You exit the fort, get on your horses, and the north awaits. Anything anybody's doing while traveling?
How much? I feel like I'm talking so much already. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You are fine.
How much
That's
like
what we do here.
distance? I know it's like a game about talking, right? While we're all kind of meandering, we're on our horses. I don't know. I know we had kind of established at one point that like Damira was kind of towards the front and Runa was kind of taking up the back, and we're just kind of spread out, whatever, amongst that. What kind of tends to be? Because everything's very open, we're not going through trees or anything yet. I imagine there's probably a good amount of distance between Damira and Runa. Like, somebody could have a conversation with Damira and not have Runa be all up in knowing that's happening. Or, like, seeing we're chatting, but not being able to hear it.
You want to save one horse's length between you and the horse in front of you for every 10 miles an hour that you're going. I think that's just saving horse riding. So,
how did you pull that out of your ass, Derek?
Derek is actually not wrong.
It's the law.
It's what they recommend for driving. That's the law for driving, is to have like a car's length for every 10 miles an hour that you're going.
Jesus Christ.
So speed is not an issue, but he is right, because you don't want to be in kick distance of the horse in front of you. So I know it was a joke, but also
I think it was just like the confidence as to
Yeah.
what she, like,
no.
presented it.
No, it was committed.
I was right about attraction and fear coming from generally the same part of the brain, which last time I pulled out of my ass and just was like, maybe that.
You pulled that out of your ass?
I made that up, but I guess it's true. So now I have.
You didn't know that was true?
Listen, I had. We covered this last time. I already had the unearned confidence of a mediocre white man. Now there's validation to it.
Fuck!
Insufferable now. Now it's been validated, completely insufferable.
God, someone's gonna have to knock you off your high horse, and it's gonna be all of us at this table.
Oh,
As long as it's a
I'm
horse
the one
length
not on the
away
horse.
from another horse.
So you can put your horses on cruise control. But yes, as far as distance goes, what did you have in mind?
I would love to mosey on up next to Damira so I can have a nice little chat with our lovely guest here, who definitely means us no harm. Everything's great. Damira, do you want to be here?
What an interesting question.
I do those from time to time.
Do you mean here on the island? Here existentially? Here talking with you? Is there...
Well, I feel like here on the island and here existentially might actually be very related for you.
Why would you say that?
Well, when we discovered that beach scene yesterday, you did say you found it abhorrent, but that is pretty normal here, so you choose to stay, or choose... That's why I ask if you want to be here. Is it abhorrent or not?
This is an interesting question.
If it helps at all, I'm not going to believe whatever answer you say.
Oh. Well, then I suppose it doesn't matter what the actual answer is, then, does it?
Well, the point of the question isn't for me to have an answer. It's for you.
So you're just giving me things to think about?
I'm pointing out that if the answer in your heart to that is no, you have someone here, and she's going to kind of like to go over her shoulder, like in the direction of Scarlett, who has figured out how to not be under this same thing. There is always a choice. Sometimes those choices have terrible consequences, but it is still a choice.
I think when you motion back to Scarlett, I think you see something in Damira's face. I think it goes a bit soft for a moment. Almost like she's having an emotion. She's having a feeling about that statement. And immediately afterwards, she just kind of, shakes herself out of it, goes back to, a blank mask, as it were. That is also interesting information. You can never be sure about the things that you hear in the dark. So, it's good to have those rumors reinforced by someone who would know better.
To be fair, I've not been around for very long, and it might just kind of be rumored to me too, but I believe it. My point is, there is always a choice. And if you want to stay here, that is your choice. But like I said, sometimes choices have terrible consequences.
Sometimes choices have terrible consequences.
Well then, can't wait to find out what we're doing here.
Me too.
Okay. You continue to ride through most of the day. If there's anything anybody else wanted to do during this time, we can presume that idle chatter is happening. The path does take you away from the coast. The fort that you stayed at the night previously was closer to the water. This path diverges further into the center of the island, where the salty smell of the ocean, that brine that hits the back of your nose, fades. And it is just wide open skies with heavy clouds that obscure a lot of the sun. It's still light. It's not that these are storm clouds by any means, but there is just, as I described before, a pall, a gray haze that hangs over this place, especially here in these later months. There's a little bit of cold that bites in the wind that rips through this island. The horses seem undeterred as they move forward at a steady pace. And as the sun reaches its zenith and begins to arc downwards towards night, you can start to see, appearing in the far distant horizon, this wide expanse of green, verdant forest, stretching from nearly one side of the island to the other. And it's then you realize how many stumps you have passed by, how little greenery you've actually seen aside from the waist-high grass in some places, that being the tallest plants that you've seen for miles as you've traversed this island. And here, these trees seem to stand like colossi atop everything else, which has been felled and lowered in some sort of, you presume, defensive measure. But the defenses seem to stop here, that they could push no further. And as you approach the forest, it is getting to be darker. It's not night just yet. You assume you might have a few hours before the sun fully sets, when you reach the actual edge of the forest. So as you are approaching the northern wood now, is there anything you'd like to do?
As we are coming up to probably about 30 feet out from the forest line, I'd like to take to the sky. Smokey is an otherworldly being, Fae type, so can fly.
Yeah.
We just want to go up and kind of see the forest top, if there's.
Yeah. Yeah, you fly up. Go ahead and give me a perception check just to see all that you can see.
Ooh, 16 plus 22.
Great. You fly up above the canopy and look down at this wide expanse of forest. And this is a dense forest. You don't see a lot of openings. There's not a lot of places where the sun can pierce through. And you imagine that, especially now as the sun is getting towards, setting, if you aren't finding any breaks in that canopy, it's going to be relatively dark with how close together everything is. Not, it'll be dim, I guess, if we're talking mechanically.
Right.
But you can see that there are a few groves here and there. The scattering of birds far off in the distance indicates that there's life in this forest. It's as you're scanning this wide expanse, which seems to go all the way, as you're looking out now, all the way to the furthest northern coast, where it reaches what you imagine to be a cliff that stretches out so far off into that distant horizon. You can see this forest just stretches.
Mm-hmm.
As you're scanning this wide expanse, that's when your eye catches little bits of movement. And at first, if you had rolled, even just a little bit lower, this would have been Proximus assuming that this is just the wind blowing through the trees. Trees we know are stationary things, but the wind can move branches and leaves and everything else. And I think for a moment it's your mind telling you that's all it is, until you see a tree actually move. And it's far away, but it is notable all the same, seeing this piece of the canopy relocate itself. And then far off in the opposite distance, a similar situation. Not mirroring one another. This doesn't seem orchestrated. There's something much more alive about this forest, much more animated about this forest than I think any of the Proximus has been in.
Is it a slow hulking move, or is it very it's not zooming across, but this is something that is, you might say, lumbering. Hey now.
You might.
I will rejoin the party and explain kind of what I was seeing as far as the movement and to be alert.
Is this something that Damira would know about?
I think Damira is aware of, like, the plants that have been attacking on the island.
Yes.
I think this is also a reason why there aren't trees in other places, is we've had tree problems before.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We tried hiring beavers, but they're all union now, and it's just, yeah.
Terrible.
Damn it.
Pay the beavers. Just pay them. It's fine.
Pay your beavers.
Pay your beavers.
Okay. So with that information relayed to you all by Proximus, what would you like to do?
I have to readjust from all the
Beaver
Oops.
talk?
all the beaver talk.
Yeah.
I'm right next to Runa, right?
I don't think that you've left her side.
Unfortunately for her.
Yeah. She's tried.
I was making a drop dead gorgeous joke, but I do think if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Is really appropriate for this situation. Hey, so Runa, have you been in this forest before?
I also want to note that Runa has had 2 different voices in 2 different episodes, so fuck knows what it's going to be this time.
I'm not worried about it.
We might go with the original accent. She's not even going to look at you. She is staring unblinkingly straight ahead into like the dense darkness of the forest. She's stared.
Well,
like,
I mean, like when we're actually having a
metaphorical
conversation, I
daggers.
feel like she's 1,000 yards staring it away.
Yeah,
from
it
me.
is. It is a trauma response. Yeah, she doesn't look at you, but she says, "No, I've never come near this place."
On account of the plants.
She turns to you when you say that. They're not just plants.
Are they?
That's not. There's dead things, and there's worse than dead. And she looks back towards the forest when she says that.
Does she seem self-reflective about that comment at all?
No.
Okay. Just curious.
No, she thinks she's better than dead. She's dead plus. She's premium dead.
So much in common with little Jeffrey and doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
Subscription level do I need to purchase for that one?
Yeah.
Those benefits.
To be fair, Scarlett had those benefits a couple of times and then unsubscribed.
Just keeps doing the free trial.
Well, yeah, I was like, the problem with Scarlett is she was still getting ads, so we had to upgrade.
It's true. It's true. They're selling her data.
So are you more like a high plains person or like a coastal person? Where does Runa go when Runa needs to unwind?
I prefer a wide expanse. A place where I can see from horizon to horizon. And I love most being aboard my ship.
What's the name of your ship?
Fuck knows.
Wait, is this the ship that you met up with us on?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's a nice ship. I can understand that.
I have not been able to sail as far as I would like in quite some time. But this place has its needs.
Yeah.
And I must serve.
Where would you go if you needn't serve? What horizon would Runa go to?
Isn't that the beauty of a horizon? It doesn't have a location, it just continues forever.
Yeah, it kind of is. They're full of layers.
I fear that we are pushing close to night. I don't want to be trapped inside of that place when it gets dark.
Winnie. You know what? That's a good point. I'm 99% sure Winnie can tell exactly how far it is until nightfall.
I did also tell you it's a few hours.
Yeah. Oh, so she's just telling me to shut up. Okay. I get it.
Well, you also need to traverse into the forest and back out. It's not like you're going to take 2 steps in and go, found it.
That's fair.
I mean,
This
with the
was
DM,
easy.
we could do that.
We
You
don't
could just be
know.
like, yeah, you know what? Nailed it.
And would you all
Right
have
there.
fun? No.
Oh well. Kayla, yes.
Kayla,
actually.
you've handed me so many plot daggers before. You do this to yourself.
Yeah, I get a break now, right?
Yeah. Actually, you know what, Scarlett
That's
gets
how
to sit
that
back on
works?
this one. Scarlett, your horse turns into a lawn chair. You get an iPad. You get to chill.
It's
Anybody
like
else
child
need?
locked.
Yeah. Anybody else need iPad horse? Is that?
Oh.
I do want to send a little message to Scarlett. So I'm going to do a little whisper, and I'm going to go like this so that Runa can't see my mouth. And I just want to say, I'm going to pat Baloney's neck on the other side. I'm going to whisper to Scarlett, hey, if we can take Runa with us when we leave, I think that'd be really fun.
I don't think her or Crash would get together. Would get along.
She can be on the,
I don't think Honey and her would get along.
shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy her while you have her.
Oh, I will.
I know you will, sweetie.
I think Winnie forgets to do message for that one, so just says it out loud while like petting Baloney's neck.
It's a great reminder that Scarlett can read lips, so you don't ever. If you are just in her direction where she can see you mouthing the words, she can read them.
Oh, that's true.
Just FYI.
That's so funny. That message is supposed to be like relatively sneaky, and yet. But how would I get your attention? Anyway, from the back, everyone can just hear Winnie say, "Okay, who's ready for the woods?" Tough crowd. Okay. Sit close, little Jeffrey. I'm gonna put him on a little rope.
Is the forest dense enough that the horses are staying out here, or are we staying on horses? Okay.
No. The mines are no place for a pony, Jen.
It's kind of what I figured, but it was worth clarifying.
And my next question is, I presume we've probably come here before, if not for anything important. We've been here. We know that we don't want to be in the woods after dark.
Ideally,
So,
yeah.
Would there be a campsite that we've used previously nearby that we would just pitch up for the night before going in the morning?
So, Damira, you would know that there have been expeditions to try to cut back this forest in the past. There is a fort that has been assembled relatively nearby. You also know that it is currently manned by a non-literal skeleton crew, because it is also one of the it's one of the places that gets hit first. So it is very tough to staff this place, but it is still something where, like, if there is information that comes from the forest, they send a rider out. But yeah, it's pretty rough there.
Okay. First of all, I appreciate you clarifying that it was not actually skeletons. It's very
It's
good.
so important. That phrase comes up so often.
Absolutely. Well, I think, like, you know, we're probably all milling around trying to figure out what we're going to do. I think Damira will relay that information to the group, that we do have another keep that's nearby, but it's pretty rough. It's not in super great shape, because it tends to get hit pretty hard by the forces within the wood. So we can go there. I can send a rider ahead and let them know to expect us. But or we can take our chances.
I'm personally not bothered either way.
Okay. So let's do a vote then. Sounds like we have two options. Who would like to go into the forest first, and then who would like to go to the fort? So show of hands for forest.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Why not?
We've done worse with less.
If you and
I mean,
Runa would like to go
truly.
to the fort, we can handle the forest.
Oh. On hearing that, I think Proximus, like, eyebrow up, like,
What is going on right now?
yeah. Sounded a little hostile.
Good,
My
it was supposed to.
girlfriend's being mean. So, am I supposed to not like this person?
Am I jealous of Damira? Hold on. What's
Why doesn't she yell at me like that?
How safe is Damira's neck?
No, we'll accompany you, of course. Can't let you just. We're here to help.
like they're doing Scarlett's behind Damira doing that?
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Okay. So then, Runa does offer, I am happy to take the horses away from the forest to the fort to at least keep them safe, unless it would be helpful for me to come along with you. And she's talking specifically to Damira with this one.
Yeah. As I look back through my notes, not that there's anything in here that would potentially help me make a decision about them.
I will message you something real quick here.
Okay.
If I can find there.
Don't worry, guys. It's fine.
I believe it less now. Continue.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, my internal thought was more between bringing Ingvar or Runa.
Sure.
But no, I think that's actually a good idea. We can send the horses, make sure that they're safe and well cared for, that they'll be ready for us when we make it out.
If we make it out.
When we make it out. That's what I said.
I will be ready for when that is. May the Great Serpent protect you all. And with that, she lashes she lashes the horses together, and she was heading out.
I don't think Smokey's gonna go with her.
Oh yeah, no, she's not lashing a bunch of horses and then also your eelhound.
Right.
She goes, that's not a horse.
Right.
You want to sell that? No, I don't want that.
Yeah. I like trail not large enough for me to ride Smokey, but is he able to traverse with, or do I need to dispel him? Because I will.
So traversing through here going to be pretty difficult for a large creature. Not impossible. And Smokey does have certain magical aspects. But I'm looking at chat. I also... Ingvar is not here. I don't think that he was specified as riding along with you all, because we just brought Runa. So,
Fair.
yeah, it will just be the 5 of you heading in there. So, Proximus, you are welcome to try to traverse this with Smokey. He will be moving at half speed to do so because of how dense the forest
if it's that dense, then I'll just dispel him.
Great.
Smokey, let him go back to the Feywild.
He can have iPad time in the Feywild.
Yeah.
All right. You all then make your way towards the edge of the forest, and you can, as you approach, already smell that dense, sweet, bitter smell of rot, of undergrowth. There's a heaviness. There's a stale sort of quality to the air that emanates out of the forest. The wind not able to fully cut into the density of the trees themselves. The bark almost acting as this shield wall against anything, even the air itself that would try to pass in. It's heavy. The shadows reaching out to where when you step under them, it's almost as if you are stepping into another realm altogether, almost. And as you step beyond those first heavy roots, beyond the threshold of the forest itself, you have passed into the northern wood. The next stage of your journey has begun. I think that's a good place for us to take our break. Let's go ahead and do that then now. So we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes, probably closer to 15. Petri Pets, do the things. Please remember that we are raising money for Feeding America, and you can donate to that important cause at any time with the link that is in chat on beacons.ai/swordandkey, as well as on our socials, BlueSky and Instagram. We'll be back shortly. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Horizon's Call. This is season 6, episode 15, just so I say it. Let's see. Let's jump back into things. Actually, we are raising money for Feeding America. So if you want to donate at any time, if you're willing and able, those things important together, you can add some incentives to our game. Check out the link to donate in chat on our beacons.ai/swordandkey, and also on our socials, BlueSky and Instagram. Now, let's jump back into things. You all have begun your trek into the forest. Where exactly you're going, you're not sure. You know that there has to be a heart of this forest. Kallista was able to determine that as much as the grove that Amara rests in did have some sunlight peeking through, so that is a place where the canopy broke. It is a place where the bird song was more of alarm than of calm, pacified energy. It was a place where the bark of the trees grew thicker, that everything around this place seemed to act almost like defensive measures, like white blood cells, I think is the energy that Kallista was kind of picking up. And at the center of this grove, which had standing stones, was a stone cairn where Amara rested. That is where you must go. Who is going to be leading and essentially navigating this group? It will be a survival check. And if another person is able to assist them, we can do that with advantage. But I will need somebody to lead, as it is quite dense. You are not able to walk, 5 abreast. You must have a person to lead. Is Winnie taking the lead?
Winnie would love to, unless someone else is keen on it. But I also want to put my goggles on before we get too far, because
you've also described that you have little Jeffrey on a leash, so much like a bloodhound, he's kind of just pawing at the ground. But he's also making metal detector noises.
Boy's just ready to go.
Buddy, what are you doing?
I love that.
What are you doing?
That is what you wanted.
I was gonna say something, but now I kind of want to say the joke thing. I was gonna say I would like to be helping Winnie, or attempting to. Kallista's thought getting into the forest is she's looking out for Wolfsbane.
Okay.
And in the absence of there being any other kind of sign like that, she will probably ask for everyone's help casting something real quick, and she will re-up the locate creature to see so she can start getting that 1 mile ping. Knowing we probably still aren't within a mile, but so that way she's at least got something.
Sure.
I do also, as soon as we hit the tree line, I don't know if I need to do this, but just to, I want to touch, like brush my hand along one of the trees, like right at the edge of the tree line.
Okay.
If it's not glowing with some sort of hideous magic.
It's not glowing with hideous magic. I think all of the forest is glowing with magic. So, I mean, give me a dexterity saving throw as you brush your hand against one of the trees.
+5.
Thank you. I was like, I'm not going to do my +5 because I feel like that's...
I got you.
15? That did make it way better. I don't know if it did anything good, but thank you, Proximus.
So when you put on your goggles, everything in this forest is giving off an aura of magic. There's a lot of abjuration magic that's here. There's also some conjuration and some evocation. That is all kind of, and a little bit of necromancy as well. I think when we're talking about schools of magic, I think that's what you're probably getting.
Sense.
But as you go to brush your hand against the tree, maybe even just to brace yourself, you feel a sharp prick on your hand. And as you pull away, you're going to take 1 point of damage. And there is a little small droplet of blood because you saw where your hand was going to be. There wasn't a thorn there a moment ago. But as you place your hand on it, it's as if one grew spontaneously from that spot on the tree. A very long, like 2-inch long blackthorn.
I'm gonna toss it into little Jeffrey's mouth, assuming I can get it out of my hand. Does my hand look bad?
No, it's 1 point of damage. It's
but you can also be cursed, so...
It doesn't look cursed.
Cool.
It doesn't, there's no like black veins or anything.
Yeah. I just wanted to double check.
So you tossed the bloody thorn into Jeffrey's mouth?
Yeah, I don't want to leave my blood laying around for anyone to pick it up.
Okay, yeah, he opens, goes, oh, positive. And...
It's great to know little Jeffrey can type our blood if we need it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's
That's just what I say.
The
And
side
also,
effect
don't leave any DNA behind. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. What I wanted to do was, upgrade his weaponry, but no, somehow he just types blood. Useless. Okay, I'm really sure I didn't need to do that, but cool, good to know. Hey, maybe don't touch the plants. I did an oopsie.
Kallista, I'm hoping, caught this happening because she was going to be trying to help Winnie figure out how to get through here. Saw that, immediately touches a tree.
Okay, well, look, if you're going to do it anyway, that's on you.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I will fail it. I want it to take my blood.
Okay. 1 point of damage, and yeah, it does.
Winnie's too surprised to assist in that moment. Like, you could have gotten a +5, but Winnie's just like...
It is wild to be like, hey, the stove's hot, don't touch it, and then watch somebody go...
Yeah.
For Kallista, which she has put together is that the vines got her blood and went... The vines got her blood and went, oh, it's you, and stopped. So she's like, can I signal that I'm here?
Absolutely smell what you're stepping in. 100% get where you're going. Yeah.
Just for everyone else who was like, Jen's lost it. Oh my god.
No, I was with you on that. But Winnie is like...
Yeah.
What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
Cool.
Who hurt you? Oh, everyone. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Right, I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably want me to... You said survival?
Yeah, if you were navigating.
Actually a roll? Yeah.
Yeah, actual survival roll with advantage since Kallista is assisting.
Cool. Survival is +8. Oh, with advantage.
Please.
24.
Okay. Again, the forest is dense. There's no clear paths here. There's no deer paths. There's roots that extend upwards almost to where you go to put your foot down, stepping over them, and they almost seem to imperceptibly reach just to trip you just a little bit. Rocks that seem to be pushed up just to obscure your footing ever so slightly. It's essentially difficult terrain, but Winnie, you're able to navigate through, and I think what helps is as you are traversing through, Kallista, who to assist has to be right behind you. Kallista is also guided by, I think, something deep and intrinsic. And I think since both of you also have given your blood to this wood now, there is a sort of guiding force where you go to maybe, no pun intended, branch off towards a separate path, but as you look again over, there's thorn vines that have reached across to block your path. It's almost as if you were being channeled, corralled towards a certain direction. What is marching order for everyone else? We've got Winnie in front, Kallista behind. Who's behind Kallista?
I would be.
Okay, it sounds like a proxy position.
I like the view from back here.
Well, who's behind Proximus? I would say Marcus, but I don't want
to. It would be Scarlett and Marcus.
Okay, that's
okay.
That's also fair. So then Damira, taking up the last position. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is getting. I mean, it is dark in these woods as well. But Winnie, with your goggles, dim or dark vision isn't really a thing because you've almost got this predator vision of like almost heat vision because the trees themselves are giving off all of this energy. So as you're navigating through, and also as the woods themselves seem to be forcing you in a certain direction. And it's not direct. You do have to bend. You end up switchbacking to almost get around this outcropping of some of the denser trees. And these are massive, ancient trees. I mean, Winnie would not be able to hug any of these, though she may want to, although she would know better. Kallista, it's also as you are helping Winnie navigate, and you are seeing those divergent paths that, as you look again, are no longer paths you would take. You start to see that almost like this has been made for you, bits of wolfsbane pop up. Whenever you go to think maybe you're going to turn right instead of left, and that right path is closed off, the left path has a small just bloom of purple wolfsbane, which has to feel ominous in the sense that you know it's also a warning, and that warning is also urging you forwards. You continue further and further into the woods. It is quiet in the sense that there is that ambient bug sound, there is the chirping of birds, and as you're moving further and further in, that bird song does become more urgent, more emergent. Hours go by in this dense area, this difficult terrain. I need a Constitution saving throw from everyone, please.
I assume we're all within 10 feet of each other.
Since Proximus is at the center, we could say sure. There's 5 of you. Proximus is basically at the center.
Ooh, damn. That's nice.
20.
28.
28.
17.
Okay.
10?
Do you want to use an advantage?
I think I do. This seems like such a silly thing to waste it on, but
Does
I think
it?
I do.
So
Does
I will say that the DC right now is 15, and it is a point of exhaustion if you don't reach 15.
No, that's even worse. So, all right.
You got 5 more.
Can I?
No,
Up to you.
I
Up to you.
need
Okay.
them.
Up to you. Up to you.
Can I give?
Wait, Liz, why do you need them? Why do you need them? Why are you holding on
I
to
don't
them?
know. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think because we're all a party and Winnie had like such a nice time with Damira, Winnie will call out like some sort of assistance, like, oh, watch your feet here, or you're gonna want to duck under this branch, otherwise it's gonna make you bleed, and give Damira a +5.
Okay. In that case, Damira does pass with that flash of genius.
Okay.
I do want to say, as the wolfsbane started popping up, I did point it out to Winnie as something that I was like, I feel like this is the right direction because of these flowers. Like, very trying to make it kind of quiet, but like indicating that's something we're looking out for. Like, now that they're actually showing up.
And the best anyone else would probably hear is Winnie just saying, "Little Jeffrey, don't eat that."
I'm immune to poison.
Doesn't matter. We are guests in this forest, and we're gonna leave it as best we can the way we found it.
We need to take our shoes off.
You're not wearing shoes right now, buddy, or boots. So I'll make you some if you want. you know, but like without the shoes, you match Proximus, and you like matching Proximus. Toes out
Proximus
for Prasanna.
is always ready to be a guest. He's never wearing shoes.
Yeah. Brings up the question of doesn't matter. Okay. And then Winnie will also add keeping an eye out for wolfsbane quietly to her routine.
Proximus
So it is. Go ahead.
Pull his scimitar of the Everfighter out just to have it ready.
Okay. So it is exhausting, but not in a mechanical sense, traversing these woods. And as the hours go by, you feel confident that you are heading in the right direction as the forest seems to grow closer, denser, somehow, almost impossibly so, where you are getting within inches of these trees. And even as you're kind of like moving your body around them, you maybe see a thorn grow ever so slowly towards your face as you move around this tree, reaching itself for you. It is getting close to sunset when you start to see the little bit of light pushing through ahead. This light at the end of the tunnel for you all. And you can see that there is a grove ahead. And Kallista, looking over Winnie's shoulder or head, you are significantly taller than her, you would look ahead to see standing stones. You would hear that distressed bird song, and you would see a cairn. And I'm going to move you all over to this map to show you kind of what you were looking at here. Let's see, we're going to work roll 20 is what we're going to do. There we go. So, if you want to place yourselves towards the south of the map.
Well, that map doesn't look ominous at all.
Yeah, I don't love the big.
It's the lighting, isn't it?
The skull
Yeah,
and
it's the lighting. It's definitely not the skull and crossbones.
The skull and crossbones is the cairn. I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't have an image for Amara, and they're deadish. But that is the size of the
Dead
cairn. It is
adjacent.
a So, yeah. So you all move into this space. This is I don't think any of you would be necessarily confused about it. This appears as a druid grove. The stones have druidic carvings into them. There are stone steps carved. This is not a natural formation. These stones were brought here, perhaps, sourced from this area, but they were placed here intentionally. This is also old enough that Amara didn't make this place, but they seem to have found it and perhaps found a semblance of safety here. As Kallista, they were running from something. But it is also thoroughly overgrown, in great disrepair. This place has not been used in any serious way in quite some time, and very much now appears like a grave, a memorial, as these roots stretch all over and these vines stretch all about. You can see that the wolfsbane is blooming rather intensely here. These large purple flowers that you can see on the map. What would you like to do?
Winnie, how do your goggles look right now?
That's a super good question. I'm very glad you asked. Eric. What do my detect magic
What do your elf eyes
goggles?
see?
Uh-huh.
The magic here is no longer ambient. It is active. If we are talking about white blood cells, you are looking at an area that is absolutely blooming with defensive magic that is fighting off an infection of sorts. And especially, you're more than 30 feet away, but I think even the ambient magic coming from that cairn emanates into that 30-foot range.
I'm gonna just pass him to Kallista. You can just hold him up to your face. It's fine.
Kallista is going to... She's gonna make sure her shield is on her arm, but isn't up and ready, and her weapon is still stowed. And she is going to start slowly just making her way towards the cairn. She's got her shield in case something does come for her. She can try to block it, but she's trying to be as unthreatening as possible. And if there are any, now that we're kind of in this area, if there are any other thorns that look like they're appearing, she will prick herself on one of those to just kind of be like, hey, this is me that's approaching. Whether that works or not, who knows, but that would be her thought and what she would try.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see that there's even a felled tree, as you could have put your hand on it, a thorn extends out of it. Even the things that aren't necessarily growing out of the ground seem to have these defensive measures to them.
Are there any... I'm gonna follow behind Kallista.
Let's actually go into initiative order for this.
Terrifying.
Okay.
So, Kallista, because you are essentially making the first move, I'll give you advantage for this this initiative roll. But okay, so we got a 14 for Damira.
I got a 22, which might be one of my highest initiatives ever.
Dang.
So a 22 for Kallista, a 21 for Winnie. So, Jenn, you've described Kallista as moving forward and perhaps readying an action. I guess if we were going to, action economy this, is Kallista dashing? Is she
I think
walking
she's
forward? Yeah, go ahead.
She is specifically not going to dash because she doesn't want to startle anything here, because she does recognize with this amount of magic, it's not just Amara here. There is intentionally something else happening that maybe Amara can or cannot influence. So she's not going to run in. So I guess action economy wise, I would effectively be doing the dodge action. If something comes for me, it should be... I've never used the dodge action. I think it gets disadvantage if it tries to attack me. I don't know if it gives me any other bonuses to
That's what it does.
Dex saving throws or anything like that, but
nope.
that is the action economy wise what is happening. And I will move my 30 feet. I will, because I don't want to cast anything, because I don't want to be perceived as aggressive, hostile, anything like that right now. So I will not be doing anything else at the moment, as long as I'm double checking what bonus actions I have. Yeah, no, I think that is it for me.
Okay. Winnie, you said you were about to do something, so Kallista has moved forward 30 feet. Nothing seems to have changed here from that, but what would you like to do?
I'm going to move up near with a little Jeffrey. I would like to... I don't know how you want to rule this. I wanted to use, right now, Winnie has proficiency with her herbalism kit, and I wanted to check, like, look at the cairn, and if I'm not far enough, close enough, that's also fine, but I wanted to look for either, like, a strong clustering of the wolfsbane or plants that are out of place from what we had seen in the rest of the forest. That sort of thing.
Okay. Then let's do an active perception check.
Okay.
Or we could do nature survival if you're specifically looking at the plants.
And do I add my proficiency bonus to that? I don't... It's so hard to remember what to do with kit proficiency.
I'm sorry, what kit are you using?
So as an artificer, Winnie can have proficiency with whatever toolkits she has out.
What kit are you using?
Herbalism.
Okay, so you're using herbalism to do what? I'm sorry.
To look for it helps me look for plants that are out of place, or if I'm looking for a specific type of plant, it gives me proficiency bonus to like look for poisonous plants or whatever. But in this case,
okay, I
just want to see if the cairn specifically has anything out of place from the rest of the forest or the wolfsbane.
Okay. So I need to look up because they've added a new thing for how the kits are supposed to work, because in the past it wasn't very clear that you were supposed to use thieves tools and not sleight of hand, but most people just did sleight of hand. So as far as if you're using an herbalism kit, we could call that a wisdom check with your proficiency bonus. However, if you have better survival, nature, or perception, I would suggest using those. Because the herbalism kit can also be used for a variety of things, including like finding poultices and medicines and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's still one of those things where it lends itself towards a skill. How about this? Until I can read up on it.
I do have higher survival.
Let's add your proficiency bonus twice to whatever those skills are going to be, since you are using the kit.
In which case that is 2 wisdom.
Well, what's whatever skill you're using? Use that and add your proficiency bonus a second time if you are proficient in the first place.
Okay, 13. 26.
Okay, so 26, you're looking for out-of-place plants. I don't think that there's any necessarily out of place here. You don't see anything necessarily invasive. Again, everything here seems... In the way that it would seem out of place is that they have... I'm going to use the word mutated, but not in... It's not in a radioactive sort of way. It is in a sort of magical way, in the way that I've described it. They are sharper, and like even the leaves look like they would cut, like they would give you a paper cut if you were to brush up against them. That thorns are generating. Everything here has that magical defensive quality to it, but nothing necessarily out of place as far as what would grow. There's no palm trees. Everything here would be in this forest.
Right.
And as far as clusters of the wolfsbane, you can see that many of those are near where your party is standing right now. But I will also say that there are a couple of trees here that, with a roll that high, I will say have a shifty nature to them. And you also see some of those thorned vines hanging in certain parts of the trees that you encountered in the camp.
Did we all see the forest moving, or was it just Proximus, and did he tell us?
Proximus told you.
He told us.
And it was just, he was the only one that saw, but he did tell you.
Okay. I would look out for the trees on the left or right, whichever direction they're in. Are they?
Both.
They're not marked, are they?
There is one over here, and one. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to move them to the top layer because
Cool. Thank you.
spot them.
Appreciate that. Okay. That's fine. Cool. And I'm gonna release little Jeffrey from his bondage. And yeah, that's I'll just tap Kallista on the shoulder, and there's that little like wave of ocean spray as you get guidance. That feels safe.
Okay. Scarlett, you have two of your party members that have moved forward. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow them because they're fine.
Okay. So using your movement to follow behind, did you want to hold an action or do anything else for this turn?
I will. Ooh, I'm trying to figure out what I want to hold action or. I'm gonna pull a Kallista and hold a dodge just because one, when he just gave us a warning of look out for these. We've already been attacked by vines once. What's a tree attacking us, right?
Proximus.
Proximus is also going to move up. As he's moving, he's going to move to the point position. Because he moves faster than you guys, sorry. 40 feet. As he goes up the stairs, he will pull his trident and cross both of his weapons in front of him, and then casting mirror image. You see 4 Proximuses.
All right. Feel free to copy paste yourself 3 more times if you'd like.
Sweet.
Damira.
This is me trying really hard to figure out. Oh, there it is. I was like, how much movement do I have? Can't find it. That would be great. Yeah,
This is gonna get kind of crowded. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that. Ooh, that's not the right button. Oh, roll 20. Why are you like this?
You're good. There's a learning
That
curve to
looks
it.
good. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna hold anything just yet.
Okay. Nothing has triggered or changed in the forest, in this grove at least. So with that, we're going to go back to top of the turn order with Kallista.
Pile of Proximus in front of me. I will. I'm just going to, again, not running, not dashing, probably trigger some stuff, move 30 feet up, so we're in the center area now. I will hold an action. I will hold an action to send Zeal after Damira if she does anything hostile.
Okay.
What is Zeal?
Zeal is my warhammer.
Thank you. Okay, I was
Yeah.
really like, what is that?
How
gonna
are
send
you
all of my emotions.
How are you interpreting hostile?
I'm interpreting hostile. If the trees attack us and she just attacks back, that's fine. If she makes a break for the cairn, I'll say if she does anything that looks like it's targeting the cairn, whether she goes on a full sprint pat, like she's trying to get past us to do that, or is going to cast anything at the cairn, that would be my trigger.
Okay. All right. Winnie.
Well, things are going pretty okay so far, so we're gonna just head up. I want to be so clear. These are squares. Winnie is not passing Kallista.
Okay.
Winnie is letting Kallista, so like inches back. Just can't see that on the map. And Winnie would like to listen really, really hard. She's wearing the helm of comprehending languages. Does she hear anything from these trees? The answer can be no, like I'm happy with that. While I'm wearing it, I thought I would ask.
I don't think it's necessarily from the trees themselves. I think it's as you have crossed that threshold where those steps are to come up behind Kallista, that you realize that Kallista during that scry heard like a great intake and exhalation of breath. And I think that's where you hear that, although the breath as you put on that helm sounds like a scream.
Well, I regret everything.
Cacophonic, echoing, and just
Cool.
thrums through the forest.
Cool. I'm gonna, shift my own shield. Just making sure it's good on my arm. And, gonna stick my hand in my bandolier. Probably my pocket, I guess. I don't know how that works. For my iron flask. And, I would like to hold, well, do you want to count that as an action? That's fine if you do. I just realized.
No, what do you got for your action?
If those trees get spicy, I would like to release my beast in the flask.
Let me note this. You go to stop a few inches behind Kallista, and as you do, you kind of come to that momentous. You're still carrying the momentum, but you feel like a little tug on your leg, and you look down thinking it's little Jeffrey, but he's on your other side, and you look down to see a vine has breached out of the ground and has wrapped around your ankle.
Okay. Well, technically those aren't trees, so I will say, Kallista, what are we doing about the vines getting friendly?
To be clear, Vine grabbed Winnie, did not grab me?
Correct.
Cool.
Is it continuing up my leg, or is it just like, hey, buddy?
It is like you can feel like the sharp edges of the thorns themselves. They haven't fully pierced your skin yet, but it has just slowly wrapped itself around where, like, that if you were to tug, it would tighten and hurt.
Okay.
So it is trying to hold you there. Now, what it does next, it's like you've stepped partially into a bear trap.
First of all,
your foot is on a landmine, and you have not stepped off that landmine yet.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna move further. And little Jeffrey is hovering, just to be clear. I am going to instead hold Misty Step in case it gets angrier at me. But I'm fine letting it just have a little taste for a moment. And I would Misty Step backwards, I guess.
Okay. So holding
Son of a
Misty
gun.
Step.
That is an action, right?
I think it's a bonus action.
I think bonus
Oh,
action.
it's always a bonus action. That's why I picked. Fine.
You can hold it.
But you couldn't hold. Okay.
You can do a bonus action as an action.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do like 2 bonus actions in a turn.
I genuinely. Wow.
I don't know
Game
if I knew
changer.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Because you can't do 2 actions, but since
No.
a bonus
Right.
action is essentially like half
Okay.
an action, you can do 2 bonus actions.
And that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Winnie would
Yeah.
have been playing a lot smarter a lot earlier if we had known that.
As long as they aren't leveled spells.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I am still going to use Misty Step instead of my boots because I don't want to like click them and disturb the. That's it for my turn. Little Jeffrey is going to just hang out, being chill.
Okay. Scarlett, what would you like to do? Yeah, go ahead.
But I know Kallista was still. I don't know if you'd finished your thought about the Angie vines. I wanted to be sure you had a chance to do that.
Oh yeah, because you had asked Kallista like, what do we do about this? So knowing that it hasn't grabbed her, but it has grabbed Winnie, I would be like, maybe nobody else go too much further yet, just in case.
I am just going to move up towards the outer circle.
Okay.
Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then watch and hold as before.
Okay. Scarlett, you would also feel a vine wrap around your ankle.
Fair.
Proximus.
Well. Seeing that vines are popping out, how tall are these rocks right here?
Those are about 15 feet. Is it 3 squares they're going across? Yeah, it looks like they're about 15 feet tall.
Okay. I'd like to split my pack up. My pack of Proximi? No, I don't know.
Proximuses? Proximuses?
Nope.
Get out.
Nope.
No, not that one.
Mussies?
Hate it. Nope. Getting worse, actually.
Okay, so technically the plural of octopus is octopuses, so this would be Proximuses.
I would like to go 2 and 2 on top of the rocks on either side, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Do I need a roll for anything?
I mean, if they're just using movement to get up there,
Mm-hmm.
no, that's just, I mean, they should have enough movement to do that.
Yeah. And then I will cast Divine Favor as a bonus action on myself.
Okay.
I would hold an action. Hold a chromatic orb if anyone, if anything goes after. Oh, well, see, there we go. What are things popping up on there? I don't like that.
Just put the vines out.
Yeah, okay. If anything goes towards the group.
Okay.
They'll hold a fire chromatic orb.
Damira.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said dim light? Like down here in the shadowy part?
So, yeah, in the shadowy part, you are currently in dim light.
Okay. Am I able to like clearly see these vines creeping up on them?
Yeah, I think as they stepped up over there, I think it's slow. It's almost like a viper that is like it hasn't struck yet, where they have that slow movement, or like as a constrictor snake will slowly wrap itself around prey that it already knows is belongs to it. These things, I think you almost watched like stepping into a trap. The vines popped out of the ground and hooked themselves so that when Scarlett and Winnie took that step forward, their ankle went into the hook of the vines, which then just slowly wrapped around. And again, hasn't pierced just yet, but is whatever happens next, you're not exactly sure.
What's the range on that? Okay. Do I see any creeping vines between me and them?
You do not.
Okay. Doesn't mean they're not there, though. I don't think I'm gonna move all the way up, but I think about here. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to post our new turn order here. Okay. Several of you have broken that invisible barrier of this inner part of the grove. A place laid somewhat like a trap. And although two of you have made yourselves known, only one of you was really known to Amara in life. And this place is not a place that Amara's soul has been since last you all met. And so defensive measures must be taken. Winnie, keeping an eye on those trees off to the side, you see them, like the wood strain, groan and shift slightly as the roots seem to, almost in the flash of an eye, like a flash of light, they uproot with a large stone being held and like a catapult flip over and launch 2 stones towards all of you. So I am going to take an attack at the group of Proximuses on the right. And then there is going to be one that gets launched at the Proximuses on the left. So this is Proximus. You have, what spell is this you're doing? It's mirror image. Is that right?
Mirror image. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll just roll a d6.
Okay.
With your attack roll.
Okay. And what does the d6 do? Remind me.
The d6 is to figure out if it hits me or not.
Okay. So let's see if it even hits you in the first place. It's plus 11 to hit. That's an 18, so I don't think that one hits in the first place. And then you have an AC of 20. Okay. The next one is a 9, so that just hits with a 20, non-natural 20. So I'm going to roll a d6. That is a 5.
I think a 5 actually hits.
Okay.
Proximus.
It's 3 or higher. One of the duplicates is hit instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So
I thought it was 3 or lower. Thank you.
As one of the stones launches towards, this will be the group on the left, you see it just smash down atop this the stack of stones that your duplicates are standing on, and one of the duplicates just disappears as this stone otherwise smashes and decimates itself.
Would you say it was the one on the right?
This is the one on the left. We're gonna lose one on the left. Yeah.
Left.
Okay. So with that, these trees fully uprooted then are going to make their movement.
So with that, can I use my held action?
Yeah, you absolutely may.
I don't.
These things have attacks, so yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. He might not be in range. 45. Let's Sorry, I just 90.
You're totally fine.
Okay. Natural 20. 4d8. Luckily, I have my long dog dice. D8s here.
Long Dog Dice? I've never heard of them. Did they make good dice?
They make lovely dice. Here are the Proximus D8s. Yeah, look at those.
Yeah, you have a whole fresh new pile of them.
Hey now.
Pile of dice for a pile of Proximus. Which is the scientific term for a group of Proximuses. It's a pile.
Lots of 7s. Weird.
And did anybody else have a held action for if stuff pops off?
Mine is just for if Damira did anything.
If Damira, yeah.
Mine's if the
was
vines
the dodge.
get angrier at me.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay, cool.
24 and
And yeah, Proximus, since you rolled that nat 20, double your dice or double your damage.
Doubling the dice.
Okay.
So that is 39, 41, 45 points of fire damage.
Great. And that's going to double because there is a vulnerability. So this is 90 points of fire damage.
Oh, shit, son.
Right. Which one are you hitting, the left or the right?
On the left. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That one is, as it is moving, it appears almost as a normal tree until you see that out of the wood, eyes are starting to break through, like where you would see knots in the tree. They blink, and you can see that there are these very haunted looking black and green eyes that have sprouted out at various points. And the tree, as its branches kind of move down, has almost taken this sort of humanoid shape to it, with its roots almost acting as legs propelling it forward. But Proximus, as you launch this chromatic orb, this thing is set partially ablaze. And you hear this, again, Winnie, if you're still wearing your helm, you would hear a scream emanate out from that. Okay.
This hurts my feelings. Golly.
Winnie winces as a free action.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Okay. They're trying to kill you. Don't feel bad.
They made the first blow. Yeah, you're right.
That's true. Okay. The vines are going to take their turn now. So for Scarlett and Winnie, the vines that have wrapped around your leg are going to attempt I guess they're going to attempt a vine rip and a throttle for this first turn. So we'll start with Winnie. This is a plus 12 for the vine rip. So that is an 18. I think that hits you.
That does not hit me, but it does trigger my held action.
That's true. So if you would like to Misty Step away 30 feet, please do.
I will. I'll go here. That does not take little Jeffrey with me.
Okay. All right. Then won't do a throttle attack since you have teleported out of its grip. For Scarlett, we're going to try a vine rip and a throttle. That is a 26 for the vine rip and another 26 for the throttle. So Scarlett, you are going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 piercing. So that is 31. And let's see. Then you are also going to take an additional 20, and you, as the vine wraps around your leg and up across your torso, you are now fully entangled. So you're currently restrained.
No.
Let's see. In fact, you are so entangled that you cannot see outside of your space. This thing has breached out of the ground and has fully just wrapped you up in these green, brown, just very elongated thorned vines. So Scarlett's become a thorn vine mummy. Okay. That is it for the vine's turns for this round. So with that, we go back to top of the order with Kallista.
Seeing that this is all starting to pop up, Kallista is going to activate a charge from her shield to get a fly speed, and she's going to launch herself into the air. And is going to just yell out, it's like, they're all friends, mostly. Just like, and as, you know, is going to do that and is going to take the 60 feet of fly speed. I am not zoomed the appropriate amount to be able to do this. There we go. 60 feet, fly speed, there. Is gonna yell, see if that does anything. Before she does that movement, while she's still back in her original spot, she is going to go ahead and cast Bless on... Because I get 3 people, so Scarlett, Winnie, and... Assuming I can target Proximus with a good spell? I don't know if Mirror Image specifies hostile things or not.
No, I think it's an attack.
Yeah.
It's specifically an attack. Yeah.
I would attempt to do that.
I think Kallista would know the true Proximus.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So, yeah, since I can get 3, I'm going to give it to the 3 of them. So you guys have a D4 as long as I maintain my concentration on saving throws and attacks. That'll be my action. That was my movement. I'm still not gonna actually actively pull Zeal out, and I don't think I have any other bonus actions, so that is it for me.
Does Kallista have Druid or Sylvan as a language?
I wish, but no.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, there is no corn in this fight, so there are no ears to hear you.
Oh.
Next up in the order, we have Winnie.
You said that out loud, the bit about us being friends?
I did. Including the mostly. It was all of that was out loud. It was a yell that was going to be...
Winnie is never concerned about Kallista thinking Winnie's a friend, so not worried about that. Should we be fighting back, yes? Or should we be nice?
Just don't touch the stuff. If it's trying to kill you, you can fight it.
Okay. I'm going to... Can I see Scarlett?
Yeah,
you said she was like really...
Oh, yeah, no, she's like wrapped in vines. You can maybe see like little bits of Scarlett that are peeking out from the vines that have wrapped all around her.
I think all I need is a little bit.
Yeah, Scarlett can't see you. So yeah, sure, you can see just a little bit.
Scarlett, you want to come with me? Like with the Nalos. And I would like to offer Scarlett the opportunity to be vortex warped. If she feels you resist, I'm not going to force it, so you can say no, but I will use that as my action.
I can like vocally respond, right? They're not like...
yeah, it's muffled, but sure, you'd be able to hear and speak.
Please. Like you see like a little fingertip like out of the top. Help!
I will, unless it looks like there's vines... I'm sure they're everywhere, but I will bring Scarlett like right next to me with a vortex warp.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and move where you're going to... What do you need to... You need to be able to touch Scarlett to get the vortex warp? Is that right?
Nope. Anything within 90 feet. She would need to do a con saving throw if she wasn't willing, but...
Okay. So then, yeah, Scarlett, you can move your token next to Winnie's.
I guess she can choose to fail, but that just seems rude. Cool. Little Jeffrey is going to activate Dragon's Breath.
Activate Dragon's Breath. Form of...
Fire.
Fire.
And little buddy is then going to target where Scarlett just was. And they need to make a Dex 18 saving throw.
Okay, so you're targeting the vine?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, little Jeffrey goes,
420, blaze it.
Dex saving throw. It's just a +6. It's a 16. 10 on the die.
All right, not enough. So that's 3d6. It's 15 on the die fire damage.
Okay. All right, and we'll double that for the vulnerability. So that'll be 30 points. All right.
And I don't think I said how high he is off the ground. I'm going to get him up to a safe 10 feet, unless that provokes an opportunity. Something else.
No, I don't think, because he was already hovering, so no.
Yeah. I just wanted to be clear that he's... Yeah.
All right, and I'm sorry, which vine were you targeting? The one that had Scarlet, or the one that had Winnie?
in.
Okay, gotcha. All right, with that then, we are to Proximus. No, Scarlett, because Winnie just had her turn and Scarlett's turn. Yep, there we go.
I want to get rid of the lines that are right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use a twin spell and use Firebolt.
Go for it.
That is a 17 and a 25 to hit.
17 and 25 will both hit, absolutely.
Okay.
Nice.
One gets 19 points of fire damage, and the other gets 7.
Okay.
The
So
range on
that is a range. So that would be 14 and 38. The 14 is not enough to take out one of them.
There.
But the 38 is. But then you'll do less. So the one that had you was weakened. You could take that one out with the 38, or you could do more damage to the other one and make them both pretty weakened. So how would you like to space that out?
I would love to make them both weakened.
Okay. So we're going to take 14 from the one, and then we'll take 38 from the other. All right. Anything else for your turn?
I would like to curse out the vines.
They shrug. Proximus.
Activating my tattoo, is that a free action or a...
Does it say?
I don't think it says.
Huh. Let's see. Let's say it is a bonus action for right now.
Oh, as a bonus action, yeah, the wearer sprouts wings.
There you go.
Yep. So bonus action, I am going to take to the sky. How tall are these trees?
They are huge, so we're looking at 30 to 40 feet.
Okay, so I am going to strike. I think these ones can on the one on the left.
Okay.
That is a. So I'm going to strike with the scimitar. That is a 16 plus 13, 29.
That'll do it. Yep.
6 plus 8. Oh, 6. So that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Since it was, I'm going to use Vex or another hit with the scimitar.
Okay.
And that is 22.
Yeah.
To hit.
Absolutely.
That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use multi-attack with my trident. Oh, that's a natural 20. Oh, yes. So that's 2d8. 12, 24. points
Oh, yeah.
of damage.
24 points. 24 points, absolutely. Yeah.
And then of
because he was a nat 20, that's right.
Piercing damage. Yeah. And then they have to roll a DC 18 con save.
Okay. One thing with the piercing damage, it's going to be halved. They are resistant to bludgeoning and piercing. So it was 24. It'll be 12. Okay. And then I'm sorry. What saving throw?
Constitution 18, DC 18.
That one. So
go
for it.
It's topple with the
Jesus. All right.
And it goes prone. That's a big boof.
That is, yeah. Hey, a tree fell in the forest, but there were people to hear. It does make a sound.
I heard it.
Heard it.
Amazing. Awesome. Okay.
All right. Well, you did fail to say timber, but
I failed it. Oh, and it takes 4 points of damage for my divine favor.
Okay. All right. Solid turn. Anything else for it?
That is it.
Great. Okay. Damira, it is your turn.
Are these vines here at the top of the steps still like creeping around, or have they receded?
Yeah, so because both people essentially teleported their way out of them, so one of them still, because it hasn't had its turn yet, still has like a Scarlett shaped cavity to it. And then one of them still is kind of hooked like where Winnie would be. But they both seem like they are going to be moving somewhere else. They are not just stuck here.
Do they have can I see where they're like peeking out of the ground?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I think I would like
to... if anything, what I'll tell you is you can see in the ground itself where they are kind of stretching from, and it is from the cairn. That it seems like that is their terminus point, that is their origin point, is they are emanating out from there. And you can kind of see where the ground is disturbed, almost like a gopher is moving through it, as these vines seem to be stretching out from that central point.
I see. Okay. I don't think that really changes what I was thinking of doing. I think instead of moving where I was going to move, I'll move here. And then if there is vine on the ground, I would like to swing with my axe.
Yeah, absolutely. You got two of them to swing at. So there's one that's closest to you. Absolutely, you may swing with that.
Okay. Oh, why? You did so good last time, and now we have to be this way. That's 12.
12 does not hit.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
All right. That it for your turn?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. It is going to be the tree's turns. Let's start with the one on the left with genuine Proximus here, although still going to roll the d6 just in case. It's kind of weird how that works, but it is what it is. So half its movement to stand, it is going to take 2 slam attacks. So let's see here. Just my step block for that. Okay, plus 11 to hit. That is a 25, and then that is a 1 on the die. So I believe that does hit Proximus. Okay, so that is going to be 16 points of bludgeoning damage for that one. We'll try for another. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit, and a 6 on the die. So weirdly enough, that one misses. So if you want to delete one of your Proximi.
All right,
and then the other one is going to take its slam attacks at the Proximus closest to it. Another dirty 20 and a natural 20 to hit. So let's see. That is a 2 for the first one and a 5 for the second. So I guess if this one is hitting where the non-Proximus is, it's not really going to matter. So,
but
I think
make it disappear.
It will make it disappear. So you're out of mirror images, but you also have saved yourself the double damage of a nat 20.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah. That is it for the tree's turns. This one then is going to make its way over here, having dealt with the illusory Proximus. And then the other one is already dealing with real Proximus, so it is good. It is the Vine's turns, and we've got Damira right there next to one of them. The other one is going to go into the ground and pop up right next to Winnie. So let's do some attacks here. We've got a Vine Rip and a Throttle coming at both of you. That's a nat 20 for Winnie, and a 27 for Winnie. For Damira, that is another nat 20. Long dog dice, am I right?
Dude, what?
And that is
Jenn.
That's 3 this game. Thank you so much for those crits. I'll need them.
And I got one on my Proximus die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I need to know which thing attacked Winnie and got the nat 20?
This is one of the vines.
Fine.
One of the vines. Oh, the vines are too far away. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then yeah, that was 20 and 12 for both rolls for both people, weirdly enough. Long dog dice. Okay. Yeah. You got
I was just
something,
gonna
Win?
say Winnie's. I have something. Yeah, a thorn in my side. I believe those. Obviously, the nat 20 hits. Yeah, anything over a 20 hits Winnie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do damage. So is there something that can abate that damage?
Probably. I don't have it.
Okay. I was asking if you had something. You said, "Do I have something?" So I was waiting for that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you are going to take double damage would be 40 bludgeoning and 22 piercing. So 62 damage in total, unless you have any resistances to bludgeoning or piercing. And then Damira, you are going to take the same for Vine Rip, so 62. And then for Throttle, you both are now throttled. So you're going to take an additional 20 points of damage each. And you are both fully entangled and restrained, where they have now fully wrapped around the two of you, respectively.
Oh.
And then a third one is going to pop up to take an attempt at Scarlett. Okay, let's see here.
Basically, don't step on the grass.
There was a sign, we just all didn't know how to read it.
It was in the wrong language.
It was in Druid.
That's a 3 and the 2, so the dice giveth, the dice taketh away. Neither of those hit Scarlett. Okay, so the vine pops up, and Scarlett, you don't want to get wrapped up again. You dodged that pretty great. Okay, with that is end of that turn order. Let's go through one more turn order, and let's see where that gets us. Kallista, it is your turn.
Kallista is going to, realizing that for one reason or another, like either Mar can't hear, can't understand, can't control it, I don't know, will get right up next to the cairn and is... And I'm fine. I was gonna say I'm fine using an action on it. I can do some fucking shenanigans and just turn it into a bonus action. I am going into my little notebook of all my dried flowers. I'm looking for I'm pulling out a thing of lavender because that is a plant that symbolizes safety and reassurance and things like that. And she's just trying to grab that and just kind of like move that to, like, if she can find where the crack is that she saw in the scry, she's gonna move to that, but one way or another is just trying to be like, hey, it's okay, and just trying to communicate that in as many ways as she can.
Okay, that's great. Okay, roll a persuasion check with advantage. You are able to find like that crack in the cairn overall where you found it before, and with that lavender, kind of like placing it in that space. Yeah, persuasion with advantage.
Okay, first one is an 11. Second one is an 18. So I only have a +2, so it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, great. Kallista, you start to see the stones around on this cairn crack almost like an egg in a way, where like the stones aren't necessarily separating, even though it is all of these smaller stones. They are breaking apart. It seems like this is going to take a second, but you have effectively begun the process of ending this fight. So yeah, let's see what a turn order gets us. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Knowing that this is starting to break apart, would you have considered me doing that an action or a bonus action, or just freebie?
I can call that a bonus action.
Okay.
I think it's quick enough to do that.
Then, knowing that this is starting to become exposed, just because I still don't trust Damira, I would like to ready an action, the same thing I did before, that if Damira does something that looks like they are going to go for the Cairn, go for Amara, anything like that, I will release Zeal to try to knock her on her ass.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted.
Okay. Next in the turn order is Winnie.
Don't like it. Okay, I know I can't like walk. Am I completely encased in this thing?
Yeah, you are restrained. So you can use
Can
your
I click
action.
my heels?
Because
I feel like I have in the past.
Yeah, I think that's something you should be able to do while you're restrained. I will say, you can, so as your action, you can take 20 slashing damage and make a DC 20 strength check to free yourself.
Have you met Winnie? She got them thighs, that's all she's got.
Yeah.
The dice got 20 numbers on it.
Damira's in the same boat. We ain't making no strength checks, baby.
I can teleport up to 15 feet as a bonus action. That sounds a lot more reasonable as just like
I will remind you that lower body strength is still lower body strength. It's strength.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
But also,
so-
like, these vines are everywhere. So
that squat life is still strength.
when he doesn't miss leg day, she misses everything else. So I would like to do that if possible.
Yeah.
Cool. In which case, I'll go here, which is very poorly planned. And I don't know, that firebolt that Scarlett did seemed pretty handy.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna do it at the vine that had me.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And that'll be 19 on the die, so 8?
It had 12 hit points. Winnie, you burn this vine, and it blackens and shrivels back towards the ground. Still broken out of the ground itself, but not moving.
Cool. Little Jeffrey. The Scarlett's also in a vine, right?
No, Scarlett didn't get hit last turn. Missed
Oh.
both attacks.
Damira.
Damira is wrapped up.
Oh, I knew one of them was. Okay, Damira, I'm gonna do you a solid and not. Little Jeffrey is going to do that dragony breath thing again. If he could get a Dex 18
Okay.
from the tree.
That is only a 15. So it fails.
12 would be 24.
This one had only 6 points left. So you burn that one. Damira, you are going to take 12 points of fire damage.
You said the tree.
I said the tree explicitly because.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, no. It's a cone,
I
and
apologize.
Like, wait a minute.
you know,
I apologize.
just fuck Damira, I guess.
Misheard you. Okay. No, that one should have.
No, sorry. I really wanted to get both of them, but little Jeffrey's dreaming big.
There we go. Let's do that, and then let's do. So I'm sorry. How much damage was it?
24. If it is also fire damage.
If it's doubled, it's 24. Yes. Okay. Great. All right. Anything else for your turn?
God, I am going to, I guess, move. I don't want to move anywhere. I guess I'm going to move here, kind of behind this rock. I just want to get out of the vines area, even though it's like everywhere. And that's it for me.
Yeah, kind of in the vine area. All right. Next in the order then is Scarlett.
I would like to get on top of this rock. Nope, not like that. There we go. I would like to get on top of that rock.
Okay. So opportunity attack from the vine.
Yep, fair.
Okay. So we'll try a vine rip. That is going to hit. It's 12 plus 17. And so 31 points of damage, bludgeoning and piercing. And let's see, how much movement was that for you? Nope, that's not what I want to do.
15 feet.
15. Okay. So with Vine Rip, it would try to pull you back 30 feet. So I'm going to say that is all the movement that you have is to get on top of that rock. We'll fumble over a little bit of the climbing speed or whatever, but it will essentially be half movement to do that. It's stepped enough you could use it like a ladder.
Rude. I would like to twin spell Firebolt again and go for the vine that just attacked me and Tree Guy.
And Tree Guy. Okay.
What does Allie call Treebeard? Tree Man?
Tree Man. Yeah, she calls John Rhys Davis Tree Man.
Yep.
They call John Rhys Davis.
27 and 19.
27 and 19 both hit.
Cool. One of them gets 19.
Okay.
The other one gets 20 points damage.
Okay. We'll take the 20 from the tree because I guess... No, you're not going to take either of them out with that, but do you have a preference who gets more damage?
Tree.
Okay. And is the 20 doubled already, or would it be 40?
It would be 40. Those are just the dice rolls for both.
Right.
The 19 and the 20.
Wonderful. All right, and then 38 from the other. There we go. All right. Both set partially ablaze, both still technically up. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Proximus.
Well, I have so many smites and not enough fire. I think he's just gonna go hit with the scimitar again. And
go for it.
9 plus 13, so that is 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
D6. That is 9 slashing damage and 7 radiant damage.
Okay. So 16.
And then he's going to use the nick from the scimitar since he hit. 14. That's 27 to hit.
Yeah.
It's 13 piercing or slashing damage. You know what I meant. And then 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
And Leon is gonna use his trident. Oh, 17. That's 30. Dirty 30.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
It's 9 points of piercing damage, so halved for. And then 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Really
How's he
whittling
looking?
this thing down. No
Okay.
pun intended. Let's see. So hold on, I gotta do quick math here. That would be
I know I should have written
no,
these
you're
down,
good.
but
No, you're good. You're good. I'm following. It's
it's a lot.
weird math. You've gotten under 100 hit points now.
Okay, so I'm going to use as a bonus action Divine Smite at level 4. That's 5d8.
Yeah, you have more than halved this thing's hit points. That first hit, especially that chromatic orb, really that did a whole bunch.
A lot of fire.
Yeah, I mean,
Wish I
nat
had more
20
now.
and then doubling with the vulnerability. Yeah.
14, 15.
Yeah, it's like in
20.
an oceanic game. We never really get to use fire, so
Yeah, it's 26 points of radiant damage on
Okay.
Divine Smite.
all right.
And I'm done.
All right. That is there we go.
Oh,
All
wait.
right.
Hold on.
You're good.
2, 4, that's 6. And 7. 7 points for divine favor. I think it's divine or
Okay. All right. Damira, you're up.
It's me. Okay, so what's the situation? Am I grappled? Like, is that technically what's happening right now?
Restrained. Yeah, which is like the next step up from grappled. So
Even
for
worse. Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no restraints rough. So you can't see anything right now. You can hear, you can speak. You have a speed of 0. Attacks against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
So you can't move anywhere, and you can't really
Yeah.
see anything. So it's also impossible to target with visual spells.
Does that disadvantage count if the thing is touching me?
I guess, yeah. So the idea is that your arms are like bound to your side, so trying to hit anything would be a disadvantage. Now, a touch spell is different. So if it's magic, we are talking different. If it's a melee attack, yes, that would be a disadvantage.
What about not a touch spell, but like still a spell?
Does it require sight? Does it have a visual component to it?
I mean, looks like verbal and somatic. Yeah, verbal and somatic.
Okay. Does it say you have to see the target?
Make a ranged spell attack against one creature or object in range.
So
it doesn't specify sight, I guess.
It doesn't. A ranged attack, typically, yes. However, you are being held by the thing, so
Yeah.
it's going to be disadvantaged one way or another. If you were targeting anything else besides the thing that's holding you, it would be impossible.
Right.
A ranged attack at melee range anyway is going to be disadvantage, and this thing literally is holding
Christ.
you,
Okay.
so disadvantage, but still possible. Or you can try that DC 20 strength check to free yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Why not? I can't. I mean, why not?
Okay.
I guess that's it.
You got lots of advantages. You technically could expend your crit if you wanted.
That's not gonna happen. Come on.
Fair enough.
Let's be real. No, that's a 6.
Okay. So you are going to take 20 points of slashing damage for trying. Not to punish you for trying,
I
but
didn't know that part. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
would you like to take that back then?
No.
Because I had said that earlier. Okay.
Nope.
Um,
Nope, I must have just.
fair
missed
enough. Fair enough. You're all good. You're totally fine. That's why the option is there to also say like, hey, knowing that. Okay. It is tree turns, but they only have 2. So we've got one tree that's going to take some slam attacks at real Proximus, and we've got the other one which is going to do a little something else. So it is going to move forward just about right there. Okay. So let's do the slam attacks on Proximus here. That's an 18. That's not going to do it. That is a 21 to hit. So the 21 will. So Proximus 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Points. I'm going to use my reaction.
Yeah.
Elemental Rebuke, Fire. That's 2d10. That is 7 points of fire damage.
Okay, so 14 in total. Okay. All right, the other one is going to move forward and then plunge its roots into the dirt of the ground. It is then going to start to thrum with this strange eldritch energy that feels both natural and unnatural, and it's going to use Wraith Storm is its ability. It is going to try to sap the life from all creatures within 30 feet of it. So I will need Little Jeffrey's a construct, so he doesn't need to do this. I need a DC 16 Constitution saving throw from Damira, Winnie, and Scarlett, please.
Winnie and Scarlett, remember you have Bless, so you get to add a D4.
Say DC 16?
Correct. Constitution.
Constitution.
Do I have to use plus?
You don't have to. Like, it's there all the time. It's not like you use it once and it's gone. So as long as I'm maintaining concentration, it's consistent.
What was the DC?
16.
It's meter beat rate.
It is.
16. I didn't want to have to use a reroll.
I'm using one of my advantages. So,
Okay.
Get it.
When you had 27.
18.
Great. Okay, so you all then succeed. So I think you all are fine. What this would have done is it would have left you frail. You would have your speed halved and gain vulnerability to bludgeoning damage until the end of this Wraith Root's next turn. Instead, it is going to try hurling a couple of rocks at Scarlett and Winnie. So that is a 21 to hit Scarlett. That is a 22 to hit Winnie. Both of you, taking some rocks to the face, are going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, respectively. And okay, road work ahead. I sure hope it does. It is the Vine's turns. Let's see. Let's see. Scarlett's all the way up there. I think the one that's still writhing around is going to whip its way over to Winnie and attempt a Vine Rip and a Throttle. And then the other one that has Damira, we'll get to that. Let's try the Vine Rip first. That is a 29 to hit and a 21 to hit. So, Winnie, 31 points of bludgeoning damage. Bludgeoning and piercing technically together, but 31 total. And 20 points of additional piercing damage as you are wrapped
You only
in
needed
the
8.
vines. Winnie's at 0?
Winnie's at 0.
Okay. In that case, you are going to take one failed death save.
Got you. Yes.
Okay. Right.
Failed.
Damira, this thing is going to, since it has you entangled, is an ability called From Life Lightning. So I need a
That
DC
sounds
18.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so. It's a DC 18 Constitution saving throw, please.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
Jeez.
No, all right. All right, I need to throw all of my dice away. Apparently.
Hey, good news! I know you can get some new ones.
Hey.
You weren't using your original set from me right now, are you? Actually,
No,
okay.
No. Okay, I used another one of my rerolls, and that was a crit. So
Fantastic. Okay.
So 23.
Great. So you are only going to take 25 points of necrotic damage.
I am also unconscious.
Okay. Scarlett, Proximus, and Kallista, You are each going to get shot with a bolt of lightning. So I need a DC 20 dexterity saving throw from each of you, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's less cool than I thought it was.
We have the life part. That was Damira. Now we're getting to the lightning part.
Sorry,
Yikes.
guys. Sorry, y'all.
This is where I make sure everyone remembers
resistant
the
to lightning.
12.
Okay.
What are we rolling? I'm so sorry.
It is a dexterity saving throw, DC 20.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah,
That
I got
better.
I got a 13, and I'm not going to bother re-rolling because I have to get a nat 20. So
22.
Okay. So Scarlett, you're fine. Proximus and Kallista, 25 points of lightning damage for the two of you.
Are you also lightning resistant, Kallista?
you're doing this on purpose.
Kaila.
You're baiting me on intentionally, and I know you are.
I'm gonna assume no.
Tempest clerics used to be, and they
I-
changed it.
I get confused.
What was it,
between
25?
Storm sorcerers and
Yeah.
Tempest. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
It
So what's
used
that
to-
halved? What's that halved?
We would round up. So
Elemental.
was it?
You're-
That'd be 13. Would be half
You're
rounded.
definitely
13?
doing this on purpose.
13. Oh, you're not resistant to lightning? Oh.
No, and I'm too far away from my boyfriend, so.
I know!
Oh, the
There's
trauma
a
of it all.
lesson here.
That's okay. I completely forgot my husband existed
That's
until
controlling.
about half a round ago.
Marcus is just watching, like, what's going on?
Right. What?
He's there if you need him. Okay, you're fine.
Well, no,
Thanks,
Scarlett's not
Marcus.
fine.
Y'all are fine. Okay, we're back to the top of the order. Kallista, the shell has started to crack. You can use your action to essentially assist this and free Amara from this cairn. How would you like to do that?
As long as Kallista's other concern is expecting that Amara will be in some kind of frail state, does not want to collapse this on top of them, is the other concern. So,
Fair.
if it looks like I can take a real good hammer thwack to it and create a large enough opening that things will, like, fall away from them and do that to help crack that shell, great.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my question would be, can I see Amara through what is already opened?
I think with where the crack has started to form, you already had that part where you were able to get the lavender through.
Mm-hmm.
The crack is splitting these rocks, but it's not open. It's not wide enough for you to, like, fit even, like, a hand in to reach and touch. But
Yeah, I don't need to touch. I'm just, is there a
For sure.
visual? I'm trying to figure out, like, are they also, like, fully unconscious, or is there something?
They appear to be fully unconscious.
Okay.
I'm not sure you can determine more than that.
That's-
But I will say, I don't have a set answer to this. Force, absolutely
Yeah.
an answer to splitting this. And the lavender, great idea. Not something I'd considered. Also a great solution to this. I'd given the Cairn hit points. But at this point, if you would like to take a swing at it, by all means.
Hell yeah. What I would like to do is... Yeah, I don't want to collapse things on top of them. God, this is so stupid. Hey, I know you said I can't get a hand in there, but being able to peek in there... Could there be room for me to also be in there?
Yeah, if you like laying on top of your friend.
Yeah, it's not a great solution, but it does protect
I mean,
them if
cairns
do
are
that.
meant to be pretty oppressive, like you're stacking rocks on top of a person. This one is a little more igloo-esque in the sense that there is a little bit of space between Amara and the rocks, but it would, I mean, this might be a gruesome thought, but it would be like putting two people inside of a casket.
Okay.
You could do it, it just wouldn't be comfy.
It's okay. I think my spell technically requires I do something else, and I can't just put myself in there. That's fine. What I would like to do, so we don't spend any more time on this thing, is I will actually go ahead and I will use... I don't need to actually do this too wild. I'm going to use Thunderwave, because that specifically pushes objects away. So I'm going to literally do Thunderwave, and have it not hit Amara, and just literally be hitting the cairn with it for the purpose of like exploding all the rocks themselves away from them.
Okay. There's no saving throw for that. What's the damage that you're doing?
I would want to make absolutely sure that this fucking does it. So I will do a 5th level Thunder Wave. So that would do 68 thunder damage. Yeah. And to make sure it goes through, this feels like a very good use of a Channel Divinity. So it will be all 48 damage to make sure that happens.
All right, because I think it has something in there about constructs, and it doubles that potentially.
That's a great question. I think it just says unsecured objects, like
technically unsecured.
Yeah.
Stack of stones. Kallista, you use Thunderwave, and the rocks, as if they are placed in a way to protect Amara, even in the sense of like this sort of energy being channeled through. They blast forth and reveal a stone slab where your friend lies seemingly in stasis. And as these rocks are scattered wide, Kallista, you look at your friend. What do you... So having done this, do you say something? Do you do something seeing Amara lying there?
I think she immediately, like, seeing them before she even gets to the point of checking to see if they're breathing is just like, there is just this immense relief that at least there has been a movement forward and there is hope for something to be able to happen. I think she does this Thunder Wave, and like as soon as that spell goes off, she immediately just drops her shield and like releases Zeal, so it is just there, and just like scoops them up and holds them.
There's a moment that passes of just the realizing how cold and motionless your friend is before you feel this slight breath. You just feel it. Oh, hey, bud. Was I asleep? I had a weird dream about you.
I can't wait to hear all about it.
You pull back a little bit and see Amara, this Firbolg, just blink slightly, kind of up at the light, dim though it is. Where in the hells am I?
It's a bit of a long story, but we're gonna get you out of here, okay?
Okay. I don't think my legs is working right now.
That's completely fine. And she will like full pick Amara up like Princess Carrie style, and just pull her out of there, and is going to also very specifically have Zeal hovering just in front of the two of them. And it is going to stay there for the foreseeable future.
The vines release. And actually, they don't just drop. They carefully place Winnie and Damira on the ground. The trees root themselves in place, and the vines recede back into the ground. Winnie and Damira are still at 0 hit points.
I'm checking the range on... What level are we? 15.
Are we still in initiative?
We are not. So if somebody would like to go over and stabilize either of these
Love to
of your
use
companions.
healing word on Winnie, please.
It's okay.
Okay.
Little Jeffrey's gonna hork up one of his teeth and drop a healing potion.
That's disgusting.
That doesn't make it any better.
That's disgusting, actually.
Look,
Of
don't
all
hate
the
the player, hate the game.
Of all the different ways he could have administered a healing potion. This is actually the least horrifying one. This doesn't even break top 5 of things I could have thought she would have said. So
I will dump my healing word into Damira.
Okay.
So
with both of you,
6 points back.
6 points back. 6 points is better than death saves. You all stand in this grove where slowly the oppressive nature of this forest it starts to recede. The bark begins to thin and not become so jagged. The vines almost seem to absorb their thorns. The bird song is much more peaceful. But then the bird song stops. You all feel a cold wind kind of just rush through this forest. It's not the breath that had been taken that you had heard before, which spoke of life in this forest. This is a cold wind that carries a bone chill to it. And as you look towards the path that you all had traversed, you see that there is a portal that opens. It is tealish purple with this otherworldly glow to it. And stepping out, you see that there are several figures. You can see that the first person to step out is Runa. She is armored. She is armed, and behind her step an additional 5 raiders, all wearing war paint with their weapons drawn. Behind them are 2 hooded figures. They are large and hunched. And Scarlett, you recall that these are hooded figures that you saw along the battlements when you were scrying to follow Runa and Ingvar. The hooded figures step closer up to Runa, who looks to all of you and looks to where Damira lies on the ground, and she runs over. My lady, you've done it. You've done what we were supposed to do. You found them. Now is our time, yes?
Is Scarlett still within, like, arm's reach of Damira?
For Healing Word, that was a ranged spell.
Oh. Okay.
So I presume Scarlett is still standing atop that pile of rocks.
Probably, yeah. She's probably, like, sitting on the edge of it, but yeah.
I'd like to cast Awakened Mind to Scarlett, so I can form a telepathic connection to her. It's a bonus action. It's just someone within 30 feet that I can see. It doesn't say anything about any sort of check or anything like that. So it kind of sounds like it just connects.
Okay.
And all Scarlett hears is, "You should have run when you had the chance."
Runa looks up to the rest of you. Her eyes lock on a weakened Winnie, and the blade in her hand seems to shimmer slightly in the light. As you look towards the hooded figures, you can see in the shadow under their hoods that these are twisted figures, teeth and tentacles, and strange formations where faces should be. I think that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you all for joining us for another Horizons call. we'll be back with even more Damira, because God knows I can't get rid of Liz at this point. Thank you to this wonderful cast. Thank you to you for watching. Thank you for you who have been willing able to donate towards feeding America. As an important cause. Your money goes towards helping them to provide food resources to food deserts and supply food kitchens, and make sure that people in the United States have access to meals, to healthy meals, to help them with the essential core need that many people go lacking in this country. And also, you add some incentives to this game, some incentives which help this be a little more interesting. So thank you so much. I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves, and then we'll do some channel stuff, and we'll wrap up for the night. So let's go ahead and go around. Let's start with our lovely guest, Liz. Liz, where can we find more of your lovely self?
Hi, friends. I'm Liz. I want to say sorry, I guess, but like sorry, not sorry. I don't know. You can find me here. I am technically currently a Sword and Key exclusive. This is the only place where I hang out. So, yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. Next up is Eva.
Hi, hello. It's me, Eva. I have had the joy of playing Winnie today. Man, she doesn't go down often. So this was cool. Cool. Shut up, Jenn.
I didn't say anything, and I hit my face. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever. You can find me elsewhere on the internet, but I don't really do much on account of the ADHDs. So find me here on Saturdays and tomorrow, where tomorrow I am trying to ruin Anik's colonial life on Mars.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk more about Anik and Eva's chaotic playthroughs here in just a moment, but special thank you to Eva for doing the production work for this game. Many games here, actually, on Sword and Key, really could not have this channel without her. So, very grateful. Next up is Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns.
And now you gotta go get that later.
Hey, I don't have shit else to do the rest of the night. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval, Mikyl Sandoval, on Instagram and BlueSky. I really spend most of my time on the Sword and Key Discord channel, where I post most of my art. And yeah. I'm just doing that. I'm on Dax's channel for one more episode. The culmination of our Star Wars adventure, where I play a clone who, I mean, is basically Proximus but brown. I mean, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I have a one-note character. So yeah, check us out there.
It's not true. It's not a one-note character. There's Star Wars, there's Marvel, and even there's layers in Marvel. There's a little bit of Warhammer in
layers.
There too.
Yeah. It's an onion of the same kind.
You can see the through lines. Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. Please check out his socials, as well as his channel, his dedicated channel on the Sword and Key Discord, to see even more. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, I'm Kaila. I've been your Science Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who might need to add screaming in front of that, because that's how I feel right now. I am a Sword and Key exclusive when I am not here playing D&D with these fine folks. I am currently writing the first draft of my sapphic hockey romance that is available for free on AO3.
Wonderful. Last but absolutely not least, we have Jenn.
Hi, I'm Jenn. I'm La Zelda in places. I stream other games, sometimes over on my channel. Sometimes we do co-working things, which is probably what we're going to be doing this week on streams, because I am preparing for my last big market of the year. So come watch me sand dice, I guess, and then we just shoot the shit, and it's a good time. And speaking of sanding dice, I'm also Long Dog Dice. As you've seen here, apparently they like to roll crits at really inopportune or opportune times, depending on your point of view. It's great and wonderful, and I have made so many of my lovely little children and tried to make sure they're balanced, which sometimes bites me in the ass. I should really have sent Derek weighted dice, is what I've learned. Anyways, everything's great. Thank you so much.
You should have. Too late now. Thank you so much to this wonderful cast. Thank you to you again for watching. I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I have been your GM and your GC, your game master, as well as your guiding compass as we navigate the treacherous seas of Damaris and beyond. If you want to follow me on social media, you can. Most of what I do is repost the various projects that I do. I very rarely post anything genuine because God knows I don't have the time. But if you are looking for Sword and Key stuff, which is what you should be looking for, because that's what I'm reposting anyway, you can find everything at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. There are socials, BlueSky and Instagram. There's also a Discord if you want to hang out with cool folks like us, talk about cool games like this, or lots of other things. We have a link to join our Discord. It's a pretty great community over there. We do some fun stuff, which I will talk about here once we get to our calendar. As you are also looking at Beacons, you can see some of our discount codes for affiliates like Long Dog Dice. So use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. Again, not just dice, although the dice are perfect. You really can't go wrong. And they're going to roll like 5d20 or 520s, nat 20s against your party right when you're trying to kill them. I wasn't. Maybe. It also, on Long Dog Dice, you can find clothing, customized clothing for your D&D character, long sleeve clothing for that, glassware, also customized with your D&D character's info, D20 fidgets, and more. You can even pre-order some of the official Horizons Call dice. So recommend doing that because pretty great. Look pretty great too. You also can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase over at Eldritch Foundry for custom minis. No matter how weird and wild or normal and mild your TTRPG character might be, you can make a mini of them, and they are adding new stuff, new options for character design every week. If you're doing 3D printing, use our affiliate link. That'll get you a 3-month subscription for only $19.99. That gives you unlimited STL files. Just in case you want to make an entire army of skeletons, they're all slightly different. You can do that. If you are shopping with Hit Point Press, and you should be, because God knows they have tons and tons of stuff, you could literally spend a whole bunch of money just on Humblewood stuff and still not even touch like the animated spell cards or the Fablemaker's deck or any of the music licenses, the Big Bad series. There's 2 of them now, the Floral Dragons, If I Were a Lich Man, I go on and on. Check out all of their stuff. Use our affiliate link when you do. If you are shopping for your perfect cup of tea, you could try Friday Afternoon Tea. You should try Friday Afternoon Tea. It will be your perfect cup of tea. I guarantee it because I'm not liable. But also, it's going to be. It's great. Gayest Tea Shop at the Pacific Northwest. Use code, I'm going to borrow a friend's code, The Lady Dame, for 10% off your order. And I personally recommend the official Sword and Tea, which is like, it's a black tea. It's got a really vibrant scent to it, but it really kind of like mellows out once it's brewed. It's got a little bit of lemon peel in it to give it a little bit of citrus, but otherwise there's like some vanilla notes. It's really great. Highly recommend it. If you are looking to donate towards a great cause, we have a number of philanthropies we support at any given time. This game in particular plays in support of Feeding America. And again, you can donate at any time to impact whatever our next game is. Excuse me. I think that's the main stuff. I also record the podcast Monster Crush with my friend LD. It is the only podcast that's currently part of the Sword and Key Network. It is a bi-weekly, bisexual, pan-teratophilic podcast about love and celebrating cryptid creatures and miscellaneous monsters from myth. And it's not just with LD anymore. I misspoke because now we've made our twosome a threesome, as we have asked our dear friend Shadow to join us as well. So I actually think this next episode is just going to be me and Shadow because LD is busy. But that makes it nice because now schedules get weird. But yeah, look forward to future episodes wherever podcasts are found with LD, Shadow, and I talking about monsters. So if you love monsters or love monsters, check out Monster Crush. Yeah, let's head over to the calendar real quick. Tomorrow, as Eva mentioned, is the part 2 of Anik and Eva's chaotic playthrough where they're playing Mars Colony. So Anik is trying to be the savior of a probably doomed colony on Mars, hindered by red tape, bureaucracy, and greed. And Eva's there to be the consequences of everything, as it's turns out really tough to build a colony on an otherwise inhospitable planet. So that'll be really great. Check that out. They're raising money for Conservation International. On Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we are doing our next Sword and Key movie night. Those are free. They're on our Discord. All you gotta do is be a part of the Discord and be around at that time. We're gonna watch the 2026 movie Obsession, the horror movie, which was really good. It's actually what I've seen already. Yeah, if you ever want to watch that movie and don't want to pay for a subscription service, come join us. Next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time is the finale of the Invisible Sun campaign, the Indigo Nexus, which is being GM'd by Mare. So definitely check that out, and you have time to catch up on that. They will be doing a Q&A in the future. No date set in stone yet, but there is a forum to submit questions for a season 1 Q&A. So keep that in mind. While I'm talking about Q&As, something that we're just announcing now, Harbinger Season 2 will do a Q&A as well. We did end that campaign on the 14th, but coming up on September 25th, that's a Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to do a Harbinger Season 2 Q&A. So we'll have a form out very soon for questions that you would want asked about Season 2, considering that's a Horizons Call spinoff, maybe how their actions have or will impact the world in the future when it happened. Send the questions ahead of time, because there's definitely things I haven't thought about. But we will have the cast back for that, and Kaila has been wonderful enough to offer to host that, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Horizons Call will be back next Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific time as well. And then Nightmares on the Frontier, the eldritch horror western fantasy game being run by Valdranth that I actually get to play in, will be back on the 30th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And that is raising money for World Central Kitchen. The 30th will also be the next episode of Monster Crush, releasing that day. Even more stuff coming down. We have... I have Goose Day on my calendar in late September. We'll figure out what that is. Other things will be happening, so keep an eye on our socials. Keep an eye on our Discord, because we have all of our events there, and of course our Google Calendar as well, which you can check out if you got any questions about what we're doing. Tonight we're going to be raiding Other Doc. They are doing a Warhammer TTRPG. So take care of yourselves, take care of others until we see you next time, hopefully sooner rather than later. Be kind, spread some joy over on the other channels, and fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.